get to talk to one another. Okay, sorry. Just gonna share. Sorry, just give me a second. I'm gonna share my screen again. Yes. Okay, how has the weekend been so far, guys? I want this section to be very interactive, okay? Because that's the best way we're gonna have fun today, to be honest with you. We haven't fun, like we're just literally just being here having fun, okay, while we are learning. So I'm of the way I train or the way I like to hold my sessions. I want it to be as interactive as possible because guess what, guys? I want you guys to picture. I want you guys to remember something. Yeah, when you only remember things that are fun. Okay, so if I should ask you, what are your best memories while you're in school, while you're in secondary school, universities? You will not remember the day that you went to a lecture and the guy was boring in class. You will remember, okay? But you remember the classes that, was a bit fun, okay? Where certain jokes were cracked, certain things were learned, and so on and so forth. So I want you guys to, relax. I want you guys to relax. This space where we are in an open space and we can have fun while we're learning. So I want you guys to have that. Feel free, drop a comment. I want you guys to express yourself. Feel free to express yourself. Drop a comment and let's have a good time today. Okay. So how's it been for you guys? I can see a lot of people saying good, 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 great, good, good. Nobody's busy, nobody's exhausted. It seems like everybody across the world, you're having a good time. Oh, that's amazing. I love this. All right, I love the spirit, guys. So someone is saying great so far, good but cold. Alim saying pretty sure that you are not in Nigeria or you're not in West Africa or anywhere in Africa. So let me know where you guys are joining from. I would like to know where you guys are joining from, which makes it a lot easier for me to tailor the session to suit you better. So I want to know where you're joining from. So someone is in the UK. Zila is from the UK. Balumi also from the UK. I'd like to know where you're coming from because we're going to be talking about CV today, right? And a lot of people have this misconception that not misconception, everybody has this notion that each location should have a different type of CV. Okay, we're going to explore that in today's session. So we have quite a number of people from the UK. Fantastic. I love you guys. You guys, I love the UK. I'm based in Canada now, but I think UK is one of the best places to live, to be honest with you. Canadians, you guys can relax. I would explain myself as I go on. Okay. All right. So I can see a lot of UK, Nigeria, Dallas, Texas, as in the US, like Lagos, Nigeria, UK, USA, Germany. Where people, where are you guys joining from? Where are you guys joining the session? Let's interact with one another. Okay. Where are you guys joining the session? Germany, France, Houston. Okay, fantastic. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about something very interesting, something very exciting, something that a lot of people don't understand fully. So you're currently in the UK, you're currently in France, you're in Germany, you're in Canada, you're in the US, all right? And you find out that you apply for jobs. Okay, you apply for a job today. Let's say immediately you apply the next 2, 3 minutes, you're getting a rejection email. All right. Now, a lot of people think that the HR or the recruiter or the employer read your CV and sent you sent you an email immediately. All right. So when you get stuff, when you're in those kind of situations whereby you apply for a job and you're getting rejections upon rejection upon rejections, number one is your CV is likely going to be very terrible. Your CV is very terrible. And I usually say this, your CV is like your name. Your CV is like your name, okay? So it goes ahead of you to speak for you, all right? So you've never been the before they even call you, before the recruiter or the company calls you to say that, oh, I would like to talk to you. Your CV has gone to do the talking, has gone to brag for you, okay? So if your CV is not bragging properly, nobody's going to call you back to say they want to speak to you, okay? So that's what we're going to be looking at. And we're going to be looking at a CV that would help you land your first six-figure job. If you're in the UK, you're in the US, you're in Canada, it really doesn't matter. Those are the things that we're going to be exploring today. How can you get the job that you're looking for within a tech space? All right. So I'd like to know who are the people joining us for the first time. So who are the people joining us for the first time? So drop a one in the chat if this is your first time joining any of our sessions. If this is your first time joining any of our sessions, I want you to drop a one in the chat. Thank you. All right. Oh, quite a number of ones in the chat. Fantastic. Okay. Newcomers in the house, we have a dedicated space for you. Okay, on the right side of your screen, you would see Priscilla. Priscilla is waving at you. Okay, all I want you to do is follow Priscilla. We have a dedicated seat arranged for you in front of the class. Okay. All right. Anyways, I'm just joking, but it's good to have you guys on board. It's good to have you here to listen to our session to learn from what we have to say in today's session. All right. So without wasting too much time, give me a second. I'm going to disable, people's annotations and all that. Okay. Um, just gonna disable it for everybody. Okay. Just give me a second. I can see some people writing on my screen. That's what I want to stop at the moment. Okay, I've done that. Okay. Just gonna erase all the ones I have here. Sorry, please. It's not permitted to write on my screen. All right, so let's jump straight into it. So we're going to be talking about crafting a CV that will land you your first figure job in the US, UK within 90 days. Okay, and I will talk about practical ways we are going to achieve that in today's session. Now, let's jump straight into it. Who are we? Who is Analytics? What is Analytics? What do we represent? What are we? Yeah, what have you been doing the last couple of years? So, Analytics is an educational technology firm, okay? And the goal for us, without reading all the things that you see on the slide, the goal for us is to get more people into the tech space, more Africans, most especially. The goal for us is to get more Africans into the tech space. So if you're an African in Germany, in France, in Poland, in the US, in Canada, in the UK, it really doesn't matter where you're coming from. The key thing is we are designed, and the whole purpose for us existing is to help you land your first job within the tech space. And that's exactly what we are going to be talking about in today's session. In the last 4 years, we've helped well over 2,000 plus people transition into the tech space. Now, I'm not just rolling out numbers. We have proof to show that we have people, actual people, 2,000 plus people that have actually gotten jobs in the UK, in the US, Canada, across Europe, across Africa, even in Asia. We have people that have gotten jobs in different parts of the world, Africans like yourself, that have gone on to start their career without no prior experience, learned the skill, and were able to land their first job in the tech space. And we've been doing this since 2020, and we've helped over 2,000 plus people, like I reiterated. And we do this across an array of programs: data analytics, data science, business analysis, project management, cybersecurity, financial analytics, so on and so forth. So those are the things that we're going to be talking about in today's session. Okay, so without wasting too much time, I plan for us to take the session for the next 1 hour, 30 minutes maximum. Okay, 1 hour, 30 minutes is the maximum what we're going to spend in class today. So all I need from you is your attention. The only thing I need from you today, literally today, in today's session, is for you to listen. Okay? That's all I need you to do. The session is recorded. All you need to do is fill the attendance form and you will get all the materials that we used in today's session. Every single material. We're not just keeping any information. All the things I'm going to be talking about today, you would have access to it. All you need to do today, literally two things: listen and fill the attendance form. That's literally all you need to do. Okay? So what would I be discussing with you in today's session? What would I be discussing? That's the first thing. Number one, creating a stellar CV. Okay, not just any other CV, not just a regular CV, not just a standout CV, a stellar CV. Stellar in the sense that when somebody reads your CV, they want to speak to you. All right. You see a lot of people, I've been there, okay? And a lot of people will say that, oh, if it meant I just want these people to call me. I just want them to give me a chance. Let them even call me. I've been applying for jobs. I've not been able to land something that I want. I just want these guys to call me. Because if they call me, I know how to sell myself. Do you understand? But the problem is your CV is not even helping them call you. All right. And that's been a major issue people are facing. So today, the first thing we're going to be discussing is creating that stellar CV that will help you land your first tech job. Okay, who is excited about that? Put a one in the chat. Let me see the people that are excited about that. All right, who is excited about that? Fantastic. I love that. I love the energy, guys. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. All right. Number two, the pathway to becoming a tech professional and securing a job. So the whole essence of you wanting to transition into the tech space is not for the fun of it. It's not just to carry the title tech bro and techies. The whole idea for you is to learn the skill and get a job. So the key question you need to ask yourself is, how can I learn the skill and how can I secure a job? And those are the things we're also going to be discussing in today's session. Number three, one of the major reasons why we have such huge success helping people transition into the tech space is the growth internship program. So we have what we call the Analytics Growth Internship Program, and we are going to be discussing about that in today's session. Last but not the least, we have the special discount we have for you. So if you wait to the end of the session, you would also get to hear about the special discount that I have reserved for you. So these are the four things that we need to do in today's session. Just four things. Number one, we're going to learn about creating a stellar CV. Number two, learning the skill and getting a job. Not just learning the skill alone, learn the skill and how to get a job. We'll discuss that. Now, number three is a growth internship program. And number four is the special discount that we have reserved for you. For just being in this session, we have reserved the slots for you. So all you need to do is wait to the end of the session and everything will be made available to you. All right. So let's go on. Who is this person speaking to you today? Who is this, this guy? Okay. So my name is Ifemena Ipro. I am the co-founder of Analytics, and I have over a decade experience working across different roles within the tech ecosystem. So I've worked in data, I've worked in business analysis, I've worked in project management, I've handled different roles within those critical areas, data science, data engineering. So my experience spans quite a number of projects, okay? And that's led to my increase in experience, literally. Okay, so one thing I'd like to also share is I did not start in that way. Okay. I did not finish university. Okay. Thinking that I was going to do all these things in the tech ecosystem. No, I studied economics in university. So I did economics for my first degree. I started working as a management consultant. So you notice a trend that this guy is not coming from a technical background. So I did economics, which is non-technical. I also started working as a management consultant back in Lagos, Nigeria, also not tech related. So, it was when I relocated, I made that conscious, before I even relocated, I made that conscious effort of learning the skill. So it was data analytics I started learning. And it took me about 2 years to get my first job in the tech space. It took me 2 solid years of grit, reading and learning and everything to get my first job. All right. And you see, one of the major challenges I faced was my CV. One of the major challenges I faced, because you see, sometimes I apply for a job and immediately I apply for that job, I'm getting an instant rejection email. Unfortunately, okay? Unfortunately, your CV is good. They won't tell you your CV is bad. Okay. That's good. That's the terrible thing about the reviews that they do. Okay, they will say your CV is great. Your CV stands out amongst thousands of employees, thousands of CVs that were submitted for that same role. All right, but unfortunately, they have a tight budget. They have a tight number of people they have to reach out to. And that's the reason why they're not reaching out to you. So I felt like my CV was good. I felt my CV was good. Okay. I was learning as I was learning, I was applying for jobs, but I was not getting the result I needed to get. Okay. And like I said, it took me about 2 years to get my first job. 2 years. Now, the things that I'm going to be talking about, okay, are things that I have garnered from my experience creating a stellar CV. So a CV, so you see, majority of us in the tech space, majority of us even looking to transition into the tech space, one of the major problems that we have is we don't know what to put on our CV. I'm a teacher and I want to get into cybersecurity. What do I put on my CV? That's a problem. That's a challenge, isn't it? We're going to discuss that in today's session. We have people also that even have experience. I've been working in the bank all my life, okay? And I'm going into data analytics. How do I convert my banking experience into data analytics experience? Okay? So those are the things that we're going to be talking about in today's session. And I want to tell you for free, guys, you are going to be learning a lot from today's session. I can guarantee you that I'll beat my chest anytime, any day. You are going to be learning a lot from this session today. Now, what I want you guys to do, okay, is I want you guys to share the sessions with people that you know will benefit from this session. Okay, people that are applying for jobs, people that are just relocated, people that are looking to get a job, people that are in that, are getting frustrated, okay, or even they're just getting started. They need to watch this session. And I want you guys to share the session with them because it's going to help them a lot. Okay. So let's jump straight into it. It always seems impossible until it is done. It always seems very impossible. When I'm telling you now that we've helped over 2,000 people secure a job in the tech space, a lot of people would have a doubt to say that how is that possible? Okay, how do you guys achieve 2,000 plus people within such a short period of time, within the last 4 years? But it always seems impossible until somebody does it, and that's exactly where we are. So I want to share one very, very, because today we're going to be talking about CV, okay? And I'm going to be talking about Ini Fabio, one of our students that went through our program last year, got a job this year as a CEO of a tech company based off in Nigeria, okay? A CEO of a tech company. This guy's, he had a little bit of experience in the tech space. He had worked as a tech engineer. He has worked as some strategic roles within the tech ecosystem, okay? But he wanted to dive more into data science because obviously everybody talks about data science or data being the new oil and everything. So, he registered for the data science training program and completed it in January 2024. And he got a job January 2024. Now, let me show you what makes this very interesting. So, is everything about this guy is on the slides, okay? And that's the reason why I'm telling you to fill the attendance and also, fill the attendance so you get access to the slides, you get access to all the links that will be made available for you. So just fill the attendance. That's all you need to do. You'll get access to all the slides. That's why I'm saying just listen, because I'm going to be walking you through certain things that you need to understand. Why people have gone through analytics and why these people have gone on to become very, very successful. Now, this is Imi Akpabio, the CEO of a tech company, someone that was not really related, that was not, key focus on that key areas. So now, what are we talking about? Let me just show you his profile real quick in just about a few seconds. I'm going to click on the link here and I'm going to show you his profile. Okay. So this is Imi Fabio, okay? And you see currently he went through to analytics, went to the data science training program, and currently works with a growth stack, okay, which is a tech company based in Nigeria. And ERP implementation, they are very big on ERP implementations and all that. Okay. So I just want to read certain parts of what Ini wrote in this. I want to read it's testimonial, anyways. I want to read some certain part of what he said, okay? And that's where we're going to be taking it from. He also has like a video testimonial where he gave, walked us through how he went through analytics and how he was able to land the job or the role of a CEO with a tech company. So also, if you click here, so listen to Ini here. So you click on the button here, it's going to open up a YouTube video
Asking
where,
Ini
where he
exactly.
spoke about his experience going through analytics. So I will share this video with you guys. You'll see everything I'm talking about. But I just want to talk more on the recent testimonial he shared with us. Okay. And that's where we'll be taking it from. Okay. So, okay, see, I owe analytics big time. So I'm going to start from here. I owe analytics big time. Let me also say that from January 2024, okay, and February 2nd, 2024. So within a month, I have attended more interviews than I have in my entire career life. Now, that's something you need to understand. This Ine probably had worked across different roles, across different organizations, both multinationals and all that. Okay. But he said something very critical. And when I saw this, it's a huge testament to the work that we do here at Analytics. This is a testimonial from somebody that has a wealth of experience in the what do you call it in his career, a wealth of experience cutting across different roles across his career. And he says he owes Analytics big time. And he had more interviews than he has, in just a space of a month. He has gone through more interviews than he has in his entire career life. Okay. So you see, the things that we're going to be sharing with you today are things that have changed people's life. Not one, not two, not three, few thousand people, that have gone through the sessions and have, gotten value from the session itself. So you see, all you need to do today, like I said, I'll just keep reiterating it so you'll probably feel a bit more relaxed for you to listen to what we're going to be discussing in today's session. So it feels it's impossible. I don't have experience. How can I get a job? I have experience, but I don't know how to tailor it to the job. How do I go about it? Your CV is supposed to do the talking. Okay, your CV should speak for you so that people would want to speak to you eventually. Okay. And those are the things that we're going to be discussing. Okay. So, moving on to the next thing. Okay. I would like to know if you're excited to be here, put a one in the chat. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I like this. I like engagement. I want engagement. So I want you guys to drop. If you are excited, if you want to learn more, please put a one in the chat. Okay. Let's see. All right, fantastic. 0-1. All right, so we're starting the session now, okay? We're starting the session now. The key question I want to ask you guys, is how many seconds does it take a recruiter to scan your CV or a CV? Not just your CV, a CV, any CV. How many seconds? Not minutes, not days, not hours. How many seconds does it take a recruiter to scan your CV? So somebody said 2. Overexcited. Okay. All right. Opera said, okay. Opera said 1 second. Okay. Itohan said 6 seconds, 20 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds. I can see a lot of 5 seconds, which is very good. 10 seconds, 5 seconds. But everybody's less than 10 seconds. Everybody's like 10 seconds and below. Okay. 10 seconds and below, which is, I think that's something I really like now. Okay. I like the fact that you guys can agree that you don't have time. Okay. The ideal timeline a recruiter takes to look at your CV, to review your CV, to the job role they are recruiting for. So they're recruiting for a cybersecurity analyst role, and they have your CV in their hand. How many seconds would it take them to review your CV? On average, it takes about 6 to 7 seconds. All right, 6 to 7 seconds. 6 to 7 seconds. Don't you think that is a bit too short? Okay, don't you believe that 6 seconds is ridiculous? Like, why would you look at my CV? I mean, I took out time. Even some job application will take like 30 minutes to apply. Okay, some will take 10 minutes, some will take 5 minutes, some will take nothing less than 5, 10 minutes to apply for a job role. Okay, and the person that is going to be reviewing your CV is only looking at your CV within 6 to 7 seconds. All right. Now, the key question I want you guys to, one thing that I want you guys to evaporate from your mind. Okay. One thought that comes to most people that are looking to create their CV is one major thought is when they read my CV, they will know I can do the job. That thing stuck with me for a very long time. Okay, I have a very good CV. I put in all the keywords. I put in all the stuff that I need to put there. All my experience is there. Sometimes it gets to like 3 pages. Okay, all right. But that thought process at the back of my mind was when they see my CV, they will know I can do the job when they see my CV. But the person that is going to be looking at your CV doesn't have the time to read your CV extensively to know if you can do the job or not do the job. The person only has 6 to 10 seconds to take a look, to scan through your CV, if they should go ahead or they should put aside. Okay, so 6 to 7 seconds is very, very difficult to ascertain. Now, some things would outrightly put you at disadvantage. Some things, okay, will likely put you at disadvantage. Now, number one is if your CV looks like Olivia Wilson, okay, I will tell you for free. Please don't even bother applying for a job. Please don't even try. Don't even try applying for a job because it's guaranteed rejection. It's guaranteed, unfortunately. It's guaranteed, unfortunately. I can tell you that anytime, any day. So any form of over designed, over simulated, your picture is there, all these things, all the boxes, all the designs that you have there is likely going to put you at a disadvantage. Okay. All these designs will put you at a disadvantage. So, number one, rule of thumb is the first thing you need to learn today, please avoid over designing your CV. Only if you're applying for a very creative position, okay? So you apply for a role of a designer, a graphics designer, whatever role that has to involve you designing something, okay? Or you being creative, then you can go ahead to do that, okay? Well, majority of the roles that we're going to be applying for in the tech space are very technical roles, okay? So there are certain things that you need to have at the back of your mind, okay, which is keep your CV as simple as possible. Keep your CV as minimalistic as possible, as simple and as clear and as detailed as possible. Don't overcomplicate it. Like, remember, I'll revert you back to the first thing I said. It takes about 6 to 7 seconds for a recruiter to read your CV. Okay, so you want to make it very, very minimalistic, okay, and very, very straight to the point. Very straight to the point. Now, how do you develop this kind of CV? How do you develop this kind of stellar CV to ensure that they read your CV and they get you a call that guarantees you a call? Okay, those are the things that we're going to be talking about, okay, in a few seconds. Now, do you know how a recruiter and employer reads your CV? Do you know how a recruiter or employer reads your CV? Have you guys ever wondered how a recruiter and employer will read your CV? Now, the reason why I'm going through this lens, okay, is because I want you guys to understand that first of all, you don't have enough time. Apply for a job, and you thinking that they will read your CV and call you back, first of all, you don't have enough time. Okay? So when you're creating your CV, how do you make it so easy for them to see your CV and call you? That's what you're looking for. Now, have you ever wondered how when that 6 to 7 seconds, how do they read your CV? That's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So we're going to be talking about two types of motion the way the recruiter or the employer is going to read your CV. There are two major motion. Number one is the F motion. Okay, number one is the F motion, and number two is the Z motion. I'm going to come back to the Z motion. Let's start with the F motion. Now the F motion is just going in direction, in the F direction, okay, horizontally and vertically, and they keep repeating it until they go through your CV. So they start from the top, they look at your name, your location, your email, and something else. I'm going to discuss that. Something else should be at the title of your CV, and I'm going to discuss it in a few seconds, okay? So they look at the top header, they move to the next one to your professional summary, okay? They move down to the next part, your core and technical skills. They move back to the next one, which is your professional experience. Now, they're not even reading the entire professional experience. What are they looking at? They are looking for words. They are looking for key words. They are looking for key words. So now you see, if currently this recruiter is looking for the role of a data analyst or a data scientist or a project manager or business analyst, what the person will be looking at would be certain keywords that are on your CV. So when the person gets your CV and they're looking at your CV, it takes them 6 to 7 seconds to review your CV, correct? In that 6 to 7 seconds, what are they looking for? They're looking for certain keywords. Okay. So if they're looking for the role of a business analyst, when they scan your CV, they are looking for where did you put keywords, business analyst, requirement gathering, certain keywords. Where did you put them on your CV or where are they? Okay. If they go to core and technical skills, do you have communication skills? Is it there somewhere? Those are the key things that they're looking out for. So they're looking for certain keywords in your CV, both core skills and technical skills. So if you must know how to use Excel, you must know how to use, SAP, you must know how to use VBA, all these things, they're looking for it on your CV within that first 6 to 7 seconds. Okay. Now, also another key thing they're looking out for is the job title. Okay, is the job title. The job title is what they're looking out for. So when they scan your CV within 6 to 7 seconds, you're applying for a role of a data scientist, okay? And your job title, you have customer success, you have customer relations, you have customer relations, you have business development, as your experience, you're likely not going to get a call, okay? You're likely not going to get a call. And this is why I tell most people that when people are telling you that you need UK experience, Canada experience, okay, and put it on your CV. So you see somebody, recently I was speaking to, somebody here in Canada, and the person currently works in the warehouse, okay? And, I said, share me your CV, let me take a look at your CV. And the person literally put warehouse operative and put the things that the person does, okay? And when I was asking this person, like, why would you put warehouse operative on your CV, okay? The person said, a lot of people you have spoken to said you need Canadian work experience to get a job in Canada. Hence the reason why he has added the company is working at the moment as a warehouse operating on the CV. So if you do that, that's going to put you at a massive disadvantage. A massive, massive disadvantage. So if you're currently working in customer service and you want to get a job as a business analyst, and on your job description, you put here customer service. You put your customer service representative. You are 100% at disadvantage. Nobody's going to call you. And you keep complaining that, oh, I have my CV updated, I have everything updated. Because of that one simple mistake that you've made, you have cost yourself several opportunities to be lost. Okay. So we're going to be talking about this is the F way, okay, where you go in that F vertical and horizontal manner, okay, and you keep going that. That's how they stand through your CV. You also have the zigzag method where they go through the top, they come back, they go like back, just in a zigzag motion. So the whole essence of you understanding the way they look at your CV, okay, is knowing where to put all the necessary keywords, okay, where to put these keywords. So if they're going to have 6 seconds or 10, 6 to 7 seconds to review your CV, you need to make it easy for them to see it immediately they're scanning through your CV. You need it to be very, very fast. You need them to see it as soon as possible. Like I said, they won't have the time to read your CV to understand if you can do the job or not do the job. You don't have time. So if you understand how the recruiters review your CV, then you can know exactly where to put the keywords in order for you to stand out when you apply for a job. Does this make sense, guys? I want you guys to drop a motion. I want you guys to drop a one in the chat if you're following me, please, guys. I want to see the one. Who are the people following me? Please drop a one in the chat. Okay. Like I said, I want interactions, guys. I want interactions because that's how I'll be able to flow with you guys a lot better. So, two things that we have established, so far in this session. Number one, you don't have a lot of time. You have 6 to 7 seconds. Now that you know that you have just 6 to 7 seconds, keywords is a major thing that you need to understand. You need keywords to be on your CV. Now, where do you put them? That's exactly what we looked at, in the F motion. You need to put them at strategic places to ensure that when they read your CV, when they scan, not read, when they scan your CV, it gets them excited for them to even read further and even call you to speak to you. Okay. So now let's move on to the next thing. Okay. Now, I'm going to share some very, very staggering statistics with you for you guys to understand. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm sharing all these things with you is just to build your mindset towards when next you're applying for a job, you know that you need to hit the nail on the head. Okay. So I want to share these key statistics with you to make you understand, what makes your CV stand out every time you apply for a job. So these key statistics that I'm sharing with you, the 5 statistics I'm going to share with you, comes from, Adam Belka, okay, where he analyzed 125,000 resume. He analyzed 125,000 resume. So, the links are there. Like I said, I've provided all the links to you on the slides. All you need to do is just fill the attendance form and you get access to all the materials we're using for today's session. So no, now this guy, Austin, okay, Austin analyzed 125,000 resume, and is a full-on documentation of what he learned from analyzing 125,000 resume. So I'll just outline, I've read through it, and I'm going to give you the top five statistics that you need to take home from today's session. Number one is resume with LinkedIn, with a LinkedIn profile, see higher interview rates. Resume with a LinkedIn profile, see higher interview rate. But only 48% included a LinkedIn profile. Now, when I say LinkedIn URL, I'm not saying, if you're not active on LinkedIn or you don't have your LinkedIn optimized, is likely going to put you at a disadvantage. So that's why another session we're likely going to be talking about what we call LinkedIn optimization. Okay. So your LinkedIn has to be optimized. Okay. And it has to be very, very, your LinkedIn should act as your repository, your portfolio. Okay. What we call portfolio. You see everybody talking about, oh, in order for you to break into the tech ecosystem, you need to have a portfolio. your LinkedIn should be your portfolio. So once the person clicks on your LinkedIn URL, okay, on your CV, the person should be able to see your profile and see the things that you've been able to achieve. So typically, if you go to LinkedIn, I'm just going to go on LinkedIn now, okay, and you'll find out, okay, let's even take a look at Ini Akpabio, okay? We talked about Ini Akpabio earlier. So you see Ini Akpabio has quite a number of things in here, okay? So these are the key projects he has worked on while he was working at Analytics, while he was working here at Analytics. So you see fraudulent transaction in the bank, you see detailed, you see Analytics case study, data source Kaggle, and basically walks you through, all the things that
Select statement.
all the things that he did in this particular project. So your LinkedIn profile should be your repository, your project repository. Okay, so once the recruiter looks at your CV and clicks on your CV should be your LinkedIn profile should be able to tell them that you have experience in the tech areas that you have specified. Okay, so LinkedIn profiles see higher interview rate, but only 48% of resume actually have a LinkedIn URL. Now, number two statistics is candidates only include 51% of important keywords and skills. Okay, candidates only included 51% of important keywords and skills. 51%. So you see, majority of us just create a CV and we just keep applying for jobs, not taking into consideration certain keywords that should be on your CV. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys will be wondering, what are these keywords that should be on my CV? I'm going to discuss everything in today's session, and that's why I want you to just listen. So 51% of important keywords and skills. Okay. Number three, measurable metrics improve resume outcomes, but only 26% of resumes included 5 or more metrics. So you see, when you have your CV and you have your experience, say you're working as a banker at the moment and you work as a say data analyst in a bank, okay? When you put your job description and you put analyze data, to improve certain processes, what was the impact of that particular work? Okay, if you developed a project while working in that particular bank, what was the impact of that particular project? If you said you improved a particular process, what was that? What was the impact of that improvement? What was the impact to the business? Did the business make more money? Did the business reduce its cost? Did it reduce a lot of costs within the business? Did it lead to a lot of customers coming to the business? What did it do? What was the impact of your work in that particular experience? So measurable metrics improve resume outcomes. Measurable metrics. And I'm going to explore that in today's session. Number 4, research also shows that the ideal length of your CV should be between 475 to 600 words. So I want you guys to try out to look at your CV today, okay, and find out how many words you have on your CV. So in order for you to get a very standardized CV, it should be between 475 to 600 words that should be on your CV. Now, 77% of resume fall outside this range. Fall outside of this range. 77, that's a huge chunk of CVs that have way more than 600 words on their CV. Okay. Now, the last one is fluffy content. Now, what do I mean by fluffy content? When you put, I am a detailed oriented professional, nobody can agree with you on that. Nobody can, there's no way to know that you are a detailed oriented professional. I am a highly organized, all those things are what we call fluffy content. Okay, I am a, I am the, I am a go-getter. Do you understand? All these words are just what we call fluffy content that nobody can, no, you can't, how do they know that you are? How do people know the person that that is reading your CV? How does the person know that you are a detailed oriented professional? The person can't know. So fluffy content takes away from the resume's value. Okay, fluffy content, you put in all those things that you feel like is making would, I don't know, salutation, like putting words that are just, very fluffy. I'll use the word fluffy again. Okay, buzzwords, okay, makes it difficult for your CV to stand out. Okay. So these are the 5 statistics I want you guys to take home from today's session. Number one, include your LinkedIn profile. And that's because 48 LinkedIn profiles with CVs with LinkedIn profiles see more interviews. Okay. Number two, 51% of important keywords and skills. Okay. A lot of people don't put keywords and skills on their CV. Number three is measurable metrics should be added to your job description. Number four, 77% of resumes fall out of the range of 475 to 600 words per CV, and also exclude fluffy content from your CV. Okay, now let's go straight into now creating a CV. So we've taken a look at statistics, we've taken a look at all the numbers, we've taken a look at some basic stats in order for you to know what to do. Number one is you have 6 to 7 seconds for a recruiter to look at your CV and ensure that you're standing out. Number two is all the statistics I shared with you just now. Okay. Now, when we combine all these things together, what makes your CV stand out? That's exactly what we want to explore this time around. Okay. There are 5 parts, there are 5 key areas that make up your CV. There are 5 key areas that make up your CV. Number one is the professional summary. Number two is the core skills. Number three is technical skills. Number four is professional experience. And number five is relevant project and internship. Relevant projects slash internship slash what do you call it again, freelance. Okay, anything around freelancing, around projects, anything around projects, you need to have it on your CV. So 5 things, like I said: professional summary, core skills, technical skills, professional experience, and relevant projects and internship experience. So these are the 5 things I'm going to be talking about. Now let's start from the first one, which is your professional summary. Your professional summary. Okay. Now, before we jump straight into professional summary, we have your name, your location, your number, your email, and your LinkedIn URL. Your LinkedIn URL. These are key important things that you need to have on your CV. Now, keep your name very small and short. First name, last name, that's enough. Okay. Now, you don't need to put your full address. When you're writing your address, you don't need to put the full address. So if you're living at number 79 Kowan Leru bus stop, you don't need to put the entire Kowan Leru bus stop inside your CV. The city and the country is more than enough. So if you're currently based in Lagos, Nigeria, put Lagos, Nigeria. That's enough. Okay, if you're currently based in London, London, United Kingdom, that's all. Manchester, United Kingdom, Alberta, Canada. Just put the city that you're located and the country. That's all that matters. So all those full on, address, please exclude it from your CV. Now, your phone number for them to easily reach out to you. And if you take a look at the name, phone number there, let's see if there's anybody that will take note of the phone number: 040401 014 0124. Anyways, that's it. I'll leave you guys to do that yourself. Okay. Now you have the email address there. Please just ensure your email address is also very professional. First name, last name.com. That's literally the best way to do your CV. So all those your beauty 2000 at beauty 2000 at gmail.com or something, all those the funky email formats that we used earlier back in the days, please exclude them from your CV. So all you need to do is just create a very simple email: first name, last name, or last name, first name, any how you want it. Just ensure that it's as professional as possible. And last but not the least is your LinkedIn URL. Okay, this is where you add your LinkedIn URL. Like I mentioned earlier, and I'm going to reiterate, your LinkedIn is a repository, should be your repository. Okay, your LinkedIn is not just a profile of you that exists online. No, your LinkedIn should be your project repository, the things that you've worked on. Somebody should be able to go to your LinkedIn profile and, from your posts, from your engagement, should know that you have experience in this space. Okay. from interacting with people within the business analysis community to data analytics to data science, wherever you want to specialize in, ensure that you are building that repository, you are building on projects, you're working on projects, and so on and so forth. And I'll reiterate exactly that statistics, which is resumes with LinkedIn URL see more or get more interviews. Okay. Now, it's not just you having a random LinkedIn profile. No, it's you ensuring that you have an optimized LinkedIn profile. And that's why I talked about we having another session in the future where we talk about LinkedIn optimization. Okay. So name, location, phone number, email, and LinkedIn URL. Ensure all these are available on your CV. Now, moving on to the next thing, which is your professional summary. And for this, we're going to be using ChatGPT, okay? And we're going to be leveraging AI to be able to ensure we're able to deliver the best results on our CV. Okay, so I've made it very easy for you, okay? Because I don't want you to stress. I don't want you to stress. I actually don't want you to stress in any way or form. So what I've done is I have created the prompts that you should use in creating your own CV. Okay, the prompt available. Like I said, all you need to do is fill the attendance form, and all these things will be shared with you. Now, quite a number of people that are looking to transition into the tech space have no prior experience. Okay, majority of the people that are looking to transition into the tech space have no prior experience. Okay, so somebody's talking about the LinkedIn URL. So what I'll do in a few seconds, I'm going to open my CV. I'm going to open the CV we're going to be using for today's session, and I'll be editing it live so that you see exactly where we come from. Okay, so just give me a second. I'm going to pull that up in a few seconds. Okay, okay. So all you need to do is I'm going to show you how to add your LinkedIn URL to this. So please don't. I'll show you what not to do and what to do. Okay. I'll show you what not to do and what to do. Okay. So you see the way the LinkedIn URL appears at the moment, this is how it should look like. Okay. So typically what most people that want to add their LinkedIn profile, what they do is they go to their profile, they go to your profile, okay? They click on the URL, they copy it, okay? And they put it there, the entire URL in this manner. So please don't do this. Don't just copy and paste the URL on your CV. Don't do this, okay? So what you want to do is just type in LinkedIn, okay? LinkedIn link in URL, okay? Now, all you need to do is highlight that word, LinkedIn URL, right click on it, and you'll see link. You'll see a link at the bottom as the option. So all you need to do, I'll reiterate, highlight on LinkedIn URL, okay? Right click on it. You'll see a link at the bottom, link, click on link, okay? And when you have address, okay? So you see existing file or web page, leave it as is. Don't change this. When you have address at the bottom here, copy and paste your URL, your LinkedIn URL. Okay. So www.linkedin.com/ifemena. That's all you need there. Okay. Your own personal LinkedIn address. So what you copied from the web page. So just come here, copy the profile page URL, okay? Paste it in here and click on OK. So this is what you want on your profile, on your CV profile. So all you need to do is click on the link. Once the person gets your CV and the person clicks on this, the person should be able to see your profile immediately. And this is exactly what I was talking about. You'll see your LinkedIn profile should come off as a portfolio of things that you've done in the past. Okay. So you see all the things that I have written around data analytics. I've done some personal projects in data and so on and so forth. So it's easy for them to look at this and say that, oh, this person has worked on this kind of project. Oh, this person has done this. This person has done that. So that's why one of the major reasons why you need to add your LinkedIn profile. Now, your first thing you need to know, your LinkedIn profile should be at an all-star level. All-star. So I'm going to look, I'm coming, give me a second. So you see, should be on the all-star level. Give me a second. How do I even check for that at this moment? Give me a second. Okay. Just gonna refresh the page to be sure that. All right. Your LinkedIn profile should be at the all-star level. Okay. So and that's the point, that, it's easier for people to see your profile, so on and so forth. But for today's session, we're not going to go into that. Okay. So that's the best way for you to add your LinkedIn URL to your LinkedIn profile or to your CV. Now, the next thing we're going to be talking about is the professional summary. Now, quite a number of us don't have any prior experience in whatever career path you want to get into. So you want to get into data analytics, data science, data engineering, and so on and so forth. You don't have any prior experience. So, I mean, how do you write a wonderful, how do you write a wonderful professional summary? So what I've done for you is to use ChatGPT to do the job for you. Okay. So I'm going to just I'm going to bring up ChatGPT so that we can go ahead to use ChatGPT for today's session. Okay. Give me a sec. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, move this to the side, and I'm gonna have ChatGPT on the left. Okay. Okay. Gonna zoom out a bit. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go to ChatGPT. And yes, this is exactly what I want. Okay. I'm going to increase the size for this so that I can see my screen very well. Okay. So now what I've done for you to make it easy for you to create your own CV after today's session is very simple. So I've given you this prompt, okay? So you see the prompt here, okay? You see the prompt over here. I'm going to copy it and I'll show you what to do, okay? So all you need to do is copy that prompt that you see on the screen. All you need to do is copy the prompt. So you're telling ChatGPT you are a CV expert and I need you to convert the professional summary below into that of a 3 years experienced cybersecurity analyst that has worked across education, banking, and logistics. Then the last part is for you to copy and paste the professional summary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this prompt over here. I'm going to copy the prompt, okay? So all you need to do is just copy, highlight, and copy. And that's the reason why I'm saying you should fill the attendance so you get access to all the materials used in today's session. So what I'm going to do is copy and paste the prompt, okay? Copy and paste the prompt. So you are a CV expert, okay? And I need you to convert the professional summary below into that of a 3 years experienced cybersecurity analyst that has worked across education, banking, and logistics. Now, let's start from the beginning. Now, the first part here is 3 years experience, okay? 3 years of experience. Now, a lot of you would say that, oh, if I've never worked in the capacity of a cybersecurity analyst. I don't have up to 3 years of experience. Now, the key thing here that you need to understand is you are tailoring your job role. Okay. So all those things that you did in the past, they are all gone. Old things have gone, have passed away. Old things have passed away and all things have become new. That's the mantra you need to have at the back of your mind. So if you were a teacher before, okay, forget that teaching experience, forget it. Convert that your teaching experience into cybersecurity experience. That's the honest truth. Okay, because nobody's going to give you a chance if you say you're a teacher and you want to work as a cybersecurity analyst. Even after you've learned and you're very good, nobody's likely going to give you a chance because you're a teacher. On your CV, you are a teacher. So all things experience, all those are your old experience that you've had in the past, please expunge it, forget about it. Those experiences, you are now looking at how to convert those your old experience into the desired career that you are going into. So I'm going to try for different career paths so that you see exactly what we're talking about. So now, if you've been a teacher for 3 years, okay, you've been a teacher for 3 years, please put 3 years of experience in there. If you have been a carpenter, you were a carpenter first, that is majorly in the, I would say construction. Instead of banking, I'll change instead of banking, I'll change it to construction. Okay. All right. Construction. Okay. So you're a teacher. Let's say you're a teacher at one point, that's education. Industry is education. Okay. At one point, you're a carpenter, that is construction. At one time, you were riding Uber, you were doing Uber delivery, you were doing Uber, you were driving people around and all that. That's under logistics. So now you're coming from a teaching, carpentry, and Uber, experience. But you're not going to put all that on your CV that, oh, I worked as a Uber driver, I worked as a carpenter, or I worked as a teacher. No, that's not going to be your experience. Now, those industries that you've worked in, that's exactly what I have over here. If you have more than three industries you've worked in, okay, please put it there. Okay. If you have helped your mom in a business where she's selling products, produce, put FMCG experience. That's fast movable goods, fast movable consumable goods. Okay. If you have sold palm oil and gas, okay, you've worked in oil and gas. All right. So those are the things that you need to have at the back of your mind. The industries you work, even if it doesn't correlate to the role that you're going into, please, that's what you're going to be using for this. So if you're a teacher, that's education. You worked in the education sector. Okay. If you worked as a what do you call it, as a mechanic, you've worked in the automobile industry. If you worked as a customer representative in a bank, you have banking experience. Those are the things that you need to about that. But this is repackaging ourselves, okay? Repackaging ourselves to ensure that when we apply for a job, people will reach out to us to let's even talk to this person. That's what we want to establish, okay? So 3 years. 3 years is based on your own personal experience. So if you have been a teacher for 2 years, put 2 years. If you've been working in the bank for the last 10 years of your experience, please put 10 years of banking experience there. Okay. So the 3 years is subjected to your own personal years of experience. Okay. Cybersecurity analyst also is subjected to the career paths that you want to get into. So I'm using cybersecurity because quite a number of people that are looking to go into cybersecurity have no background in cybersecurity. That's the reason why I'm looking at cybersecurity for a start. But I'll look at other career paths so that you see that this thing applies to any career path that you're looking at. Okay. Now, 3 years experience cybersecurity analyst that has worked across education, construction, and logistics. Now, I just explained how I came about those industries. Now, education, if you're a teacher, you're a principal, you're a lecturer, you are whatever, you worked in the education sector. If you are, construction, you're a carpenter, you're a bricklayer, you are whatever you were doing before, you're under construction. Okay. If you did Uber, if you did customer service in a particular organization, claim the industry experience. That's exactly what we're looking at. Okay. Now, copy and paste the professional summary. I'm going to do this in the very quick. I'm going to copy and paste the professional summary. So you would have access to this CV. All you need to do is copy the professional summary. Copy it. Control C to copy. Come here and paste it inside the quotation mark. Paste it inside the quotation mark. Okay. So you see, you are a CV expert and I need you to convert the professional summary below. So this professional summary that you copy from here and you pasted here, I want you to convert it. I want you to transform it. I want you to convert the professional summary to a 3 years experienced cybersecurity analyst that has worked across education, construction, and logistics. So what I want to do now is press enter. Now, once I press enter, you see exactly the format is going to give me at the end of the day. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. Okay, now look at this. So if you were a teacher, like I said, if you were working as a teacher at one point, you're working as a bricklayer at one point, and you're working as Uber at one point. So education, construction, and logistics, those are your industries. Okay. Now you are coming in, you want to apply for a role of a 3 years experienced cybersecurity analyst. How should your professional summary look like? That's what you want to look at. Now, let's take a look at the revised version. So you see now, I am a skilled cybersecurity analyst with 3 years of experience securing critical infrastructure and sensitive data across the education, construction, and logistics industries. My expertise lie in implementing robust security protocols, conducting thorough risk assessment, and managing comprehensive incidents response strategies to safeguard organizational assets. I have successfully mitigated threats and vulnerabilities, ensuring compliance with industry standards and enhancing the overall security posture of diverse organizations. Throughout my career, I have been instrumental in developing and deploying security frameworks that protect against. You see where we are coming from. You see where we are coming from. Okay, this experience that you have here, the professional experience that you have here, is that of a data professional. So you see, I am an accomplished data analyst with more than 8 years of hands-on experience in extracting, transforming, and analyzing, visualizing, and automating data, blah, 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 everything about data. But now, what this has done for us now is to convert this professional summary to that of a cybersecurity analyst within the last how many seconds? With just a few seconds. Now, which one would you does this not stand out? Don't you guys think that this is fantastic in terms of you adding this to your profile? So what do you guys think about this? Drop a 100 if you think this is amazing. Let's see. Drop a 100. Okay. Now, like I said, the key thing here for us is to ensure that people call, people reach out to you. Currently, your CV is not getting people to call you. And that's exactly where you are at this point in time. So even if you don't have, you've not worked in the capacity, how do you claim experience? How did you get this experience and put it on your CV? That's exactly what we're talking about. Okay. What about plagiarism? Yeah, it's not plagiarism. There's no plagiarism in here. I mean, everything is rewarded and everything is in there. So you have nothing to fear. You know, have nothing to fear about. Okay. So, what we're saying now is we have converted this thing, this experience into what we can actually use on our own CV. Okay, what we can actually use on our own CV. Now let's try something else. Let's try another person. Let's try another individual. Okay, so let's try somebody else. Let's try somebody that is interested in going into project management. Okay, a project manager or a business analyst. Really, it doesn't matter. So what we're looking at now, let's say we have worked as a banker. Okay, we've worked. Let's use another industry. Let's use any industry. Okay, so you have 5 years of experience working, maybe as a customer service representative. Customer service. You've been in customer service all your life. For the last 5 years of experience, you've been working in customer service. So 5 years of experience, and we're going into business analysis. Okay. Okay. So I'll change the cybersecurity to business analyst. 5 years experience, business analyst that has worked across, let's say, banking. Okay, you've worked as a customer service in the bank. You've also worked as a customer service in a telecommunication industry, in a telecommunication business. Let's say you worked in MTN. Okay, and the last but not the least, let's say you worked with your mother, okay, or your father that sells groceries, okay, that sells groceries, okay. So that is FMCG. Let's just say FMCG, fast movable consumable goods, okay. So you are a CV expert. I'm telling ChatGPT, you're a CV expert, and I need you to convert my professional summary, the professional summary below, into that of a 5 years experience business analyst that has worked across banking, telecommunication, and FMCG. Now, bear in mind that you did not work as a business analyst in these industries. You worked as a customer service representative. Okay? But now you need to create a profile to ensure that to sell you better. Okay? In order for you to sell yourself better, what do you need to do? I'm going to click on send, and it's going to readjust the professional summary to that of a 5 years experienced business analyst. So now let's take a look at this. I am a seasoned business analyst with 5 years of experience delivering strategic insight and actionable solutions across banking, telecommunication, and FMCG industries. My expertise lies in identifying business needs, analyzing complex data sets, and translating them into comprehensive reports and dashboards that drive decision making and business growth. I have successfully led initiatives that optimize processes, enhance customer experiences, and supported critical business transformation. This is exactly what you are going to be working on. This is what you need to put on your profile. Once you have this, you just find out that people want to talk to you. You just find out that, hello, let me even take somebody's name. Hello, Elijah. Elijah, I want to speak to you. You have such a fantastic CV. Hello, Abeke. Abeke, we saw your CV and we want to talk to you immediately. When do you have time? That's exactly what you want to try to achieve. Hello, Edith. Okay, Edit, today we saw your CV and we want to speak to you. Hello, Ebenezer. Hello, Ducci. These are the things that you want. You want somebody to have that confidence in your profile to get you what you're looking for. And that's exactly what we're trying to establish at this point in time. The next thing is your core and technical skills. Okay, without wasting too much time, I want to do this within the next 30 minutes. Now, core and technical skills. I'm going to teach you 2 ways in today's session. 2 ways to get core and technical skills. 2 ways, very simple ways. Okay. The first way to get the right core and technical skills. The right, the right. When I say right, a lot of you just put so many things. I was reading somebody's CV just about just this the last month or thereabouts, and the person put Google Meet, Zoom, WebEx on technical skills. And I was like, I mean, anybody that wants to work remotely, that works in any organization, should have used a video conferencing tool. I mean, why do you have Zoom, Google Meet, um, Slack on your CV? Why do you have that? Why would you put it that it's not important. Everybody should have used one web conferencing or collaborative tool in their experience. So you don't need to put all those things. So how do you get the right core and technical skills that you put on your CV? Let's take a look at that in the next. I'm going to talk about two ways. Okay. The first one is very simple. I already provided you with a prompt. Okay. I provided you with a prompt. What are the key core competencies and technological stack I need in cybersecurity based on the professional summary above? Ensure to separate core cybersecurity competencies from cybersecurity. You will change all those cybersecurity to your own career path. So if you're going for project manager, you put project manager. If you're going for business analyst, put business analyst. If you're going for data analyst, put data analyst. If you're going, put your own career there. Okay, it's as simple as that. Take out cybersecurity and put in your own career path. Do you understand? It's as simple as that. Okay. So what we're going to do very quickly is I'm going to copy the prompt. Okay. So please ensure that you're filling the attendance form so that you get access to all the prompts, all the links, everything that you're going to be using in today's session to create your own stellar profile. So now, unfortunately, I'm going to use project manager or business analyst. Okay. So I've already changed this to business analyst. So the next one I'm going to work on is business analyst. Okay. So I'm going to copy the prompt real quick for competencies. Okay. So I'm going to copy the link for competencies. Okay. Give me a second. I'm just going to copy it real quick. All right. I'm going to paste it here. So you see, what are the key core competencies and technological stack I need in business analysis? So I'll change it from cybersecurity to business analysis based on the professional summary above. Okay. Ensure to separate core business analyst competencies, business analyst competencies from the business analyst technological stack. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So now this is called BA. This is BA now. Okay, so let's take a look at the difference between the two of them. So now this will give you a list. Okay, it will give you a list of what data analyst competencies, both core and technology. Okay, so you see this business analyst, technological stack, data visualization, Power BI, Tableau should be on your CV. Okay. Data analytics tools, SQL, Excel should be on your CV. Project management tools, Jira, Confluence should be on your CV. Requirement management tools, Visio, Lucy Chat should be on your CV. Collaboration tools, that's I would take it out. You don't need to put that 100%. Cost CRM tools, if you work with Salesforce, SAP, you need to put them on your CV. So this will give you a full-on, both, that's giving you the core competencies. So business improvement, business process improvement, stakeholder management, requirement elicitation and documentation. These are core competencies of a business analyst. Data analytics and interpretation, strategic planning and execution, change management, problem solving. So you see the core competencies, this is what you're going to put there. So all this business process improvement, please let it be on your CV. Stakeholder management should be on your CV. Requirement elicitation and documentation should be on your CV. Data analysis should have all the core competencies. You can even ask for more. Okay. If I tell ChatGPT, add more. Okay. Okay. If I need more, I can tell it to add more, and it keeps giving me more. It keeps giving me more. Okay. Add more competencies, and it keeps giving me more competencies that I could add to my CV. Okay. Technological, okay, competencies. Okay. I'm going to click on send. All right. and it keeps adding more. Okay, so you see financial modeling, risk management, vendor management, market competitive analysis. These are all core competencies of a business analyst. Same thing with technological stack. It's going to add more for you to add to your CV. Now, the next thing is, this is giving you, holistically. This is going to give you holistically. What's going to give you is, business analyst holistically. Okay. Now, the other strategy that I usually use, okay, the other strategy that I personally use also in the same vein is using what we call a word cloud, okay, word cloud. So Jason Davis, this is one way that you could also use to get the core and technical skills that should be on your CV. I'm going to use Jason Davis. So I'm going to open my browser and I'm going to show you how to use Jason Davis, okay? So I'm going to open my browser. I'm going to type in Jason, just type in Jason Davis, okay? Davis, okay? Sorry, word cloud. Okay, Jason Davis, word cloud generator. This is what you're looking for. Jason Davis, word cloud generator. And I'll show you why you need this in a few seconds. I'll show you why you need this in a few seconds. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open a new Word document. I'm going to open a new Word document. You see the processes we're going through to have a very good CV. So you see that you that just sat down for 5 minutes and you say you've created a CV, you've not created a CV. Okay, you've created a bomb. Okay, so don't go and create a bomb, please. You take out time to work on it. You see all the steps I'm taking. Please ensure you're taking the step. It doesn't take 1 hour. It doesn't take 2 hours. Sometimes it might take you a full day to create your own very good CV, and that's what I'm putting you through at this point in time. So, like I said, we're going to be using Jason Davids, okay, for core skills and technical skills, and also keywords, core skills, and technical skills. So how do I do this? I'm gonna show you now in a few seconds. Okay. So step one, I'm gonna go to jobs and I'm going to look for jobs that I want to apply to, jobs that I personally want to apply to. So let's say I'm looking at the role of a business analyst. Okay, I don't know how business analysts took over the class, but let's just use business analyst. Business analyst in Canada. Okay. So I'm going to look at different business analyst roles here in Canada. Okay. So now you see, you have experience skills. Okay. Experience slash skills. You have experience slash skills. And those are the things that you need. So, well, in order for me to have a very robust keyword, core skills, and technical skills on my CV, I'll copy both the responsibility, okay? I'll copy the responsibility and the experience and the skills required, okay? I'll copy it, Control C to copy, okay? Control C to copy, and I'll paste it here. I'll copy it and I'll paste it here. I'll do this for as many job roles that I can do. I'll do this for as many job roles that I want to apply to. Okay. I'll do this for as many as I can, minimum of 20. I'll do it for a minimum of 20 job roles, a minimum of 20. So if you can do 100, that's perfect. You would have more. You see the importance in a few seconds. Okay. So I'm going to go through looking for business analyst roles, business solutions analyst role. So I'll look at, the successful candidate will, and I'll copy it all the way down to the bottom, copy, and I'll come here, I'll paste it again. I'll do this for as many job roles. I'm repeating myself. I'll do this for as many job roles as possible. So you see this, core skills again, responsibility all the way to must have, okay? I'll copy it again. I'll do this for as many job roles that I can do. You don't need to format, you don't need to design the Word document, just copy and paste. That's all you need. Okay. I'm going to look at another business analyst role. Okay. And I'll copy as much as I can. Sorry. Is it the same role? Kelly Services. Constraints. I think it's the same one. It's the same one. So I'm going to take another one. Okay, just give it a second. This is exactly how time consuming it can be sometimes. Copy as much as possible. Responsibilities, qualification, all the things that you need. I'll copy as many. I'll just copy. I think this is the last one I'll copy. Okay. I'll copy this last one. I'll copy the last one so I don't take too much of your time in today's session. Okay, and I'll copy this. So currently, I think I should have about 5 or 6 job roles in here. I should have about 5 or 6 requirements, qualification, responsibility. I've gathered about 5 or 6 job roles. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'll control A. I'll select everything, or everything top to bottom, every single one of them. I'll select every one of them. I would select every single one of them. I would copy it, copy, okay? Then I would go to Jason Davis, okay? I would delete what I have in here. So all the things I copied from my Word document, all these job responsibilities, qualifications, everything that I copied earlier, I'll come back to the Word cloud and I will paste it in there. I'll paste it in there. Okay. So that's what I'm telling you. The more that you have, the more accurate you will be. So a minimum of 20, 30 job role responsibilities, gather as many as possible, dump it on that empty Word document, copy everything, bring it to the word cloud. Okay. And I'll click on go. I'll click on go. Now, what this will happen here, it will give me certain core skills, technical skills, and keywords that those 6 job roles I copied, what they are looking for, the main keywords that appeared the most, the keywords that appeared the most in those 6 job roles that I looked at. So you see that in your case, if you do like 20, 30, 40, the more that you do, the more that you can see what keywords appear on people's CV consistently. So rather than you always tweaking and tweaking and tweaking, if you know exactly what, about 40, 50 job roles require, and you have those keywords on your CV, it will reduce the time that you need to be using to refine and readjust your CV every time you need to apply for a job. Okay. So you see for this one now, keywords that collaborate, that's a keyword that should be on your CV. Ability, business, team, okay, finance, stakeholders, management, information, suppliers, analytical. These are keywords that should be on your CV. You can see SAP over here. Okay. You can see major keywords. So this is about 200 words. You see number of words, you have 250. You can reduce it to 100 to know the top 100 skills or keywords that appear on people's CV, that should appear in your CV. So you see, communication is one key skill that should be part of your core competencies. Another one is to something around solution, facilitate, requirements, SAP analysis, responsibility, collaborate, manage stakeholders, so on and so forth. All right. If you guys are learning something new today, please put a 1 in the chat. I want to see the people that are learning with me today. Put a 1 in the chat. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. So this is a very easy way for you to gather as much keywords that you should have on your CV. So rather than you just thinking, like I said, don't ever assume that the recruiter will read your CV. Okay? Don't ever assume that, oh, when they read my CV, they will know I can do the job. It's not going to work. Okay. So you see, the amount of work that you need to do on your CV to get them to call you requires quite a number of things. Okay. So you see, SQL is there, data is there, analytical is there, reporting is there. You see, I will talk about this when we get to career paths that you need to look at in the next few minutes. Okay. So that's basically how you can get certain keywords to put on your CV when applying for a job. So please try out Jason David. I think it's a fantastic platform for you to try out to get as much keywords. Copy as many responsibilities, copy as many as possible. The more you have, the more robust your keywords will be. The more robust your keyword will be. Okay. So that's for core skills and technical skills. Moving on to professional experience. And this is exactly where people, this is where people have a lot of issues. Okay. I've been working as a customer service representative. How do I convert my customer service experience into business analysis, cyber security, project manager, data analytics, data science, and so on and so forth? How do I do this? How does this work? That's exactly what we're talking about. So you see, for this particular one, I'm going to talk about two things again. I'm going to use ChatGPT and I'm going to use Job Analytics. So I'll speak very briefly on Job Analytics because we don't have too much time anymore. Okay. So if you use Google Chrome, I don't know about any other browser, but if you use Google Chrome, you will see this is what we call Job Analytics. This is Job Analytics here. Okay. Job Analytics. So it is a Google Chrome extension. Google Chrome extension. So you see, these are AI tools, technologies that you're going to work with to build a very robust CV. Okay. So what you want to do is go to Google and search for Job Analytics, Job Analytics, Job Analytics, Google Chrome extension, Google extension. Okay. All right. So you see there, keyword, resume keyword analyzer, resume keyword analyzer. Click on it and literally add it to your Chrome bar. Add it to your Chrome. Okay. Add it to Chrome and you can use it at any point in time. What this does for you is, let me show you quickly in 2 seconds. So I'm going to click on extension. You'll see Job Analytics. I'm going to click on Job Analytics and you see, I have my PDF document there, Damilola for Bessie. That's the CV that we're using. So you see here, I have the name of the CV I'm using is Damilola for Bessie. Okay. So it's a PDF document. So convert it from Word to PDF. Very easy to do. All right. Then upload this. You see, upload new resume. So let me start from scratch. So you see exactly what I'm talking about. Resume. I'm going to upload a new resume. Okay. So I'm going to navigate to where I have my CV. Okay. Give me a second. I have files, I have CV, and I have Damilola for Bessie. That's the CV I want to use. Okay, I'm going to click on open, and you see it's been added. So analyze job description. So when I click on analyze job description, it's going to analyze the job description that you have on that post against your CV. So currently, my resume match is about 30%. This business analyst role that I have here, okay? My resume, that's Lola Forbes' CV, there's a match of 30%. So there's a likelihood that if I apply for this job without tweaking my CV, I will likely get a rejection. Okay? I will likely get a rejection. So you see, upload new resume, but I'm not going to upload it. I have my resume there already, so I don't need to do that. Keyword match, technical, stakeholder, solution, SAP, product. These are the keywords that matched on my CV. But now the other things that are missing, vision, validate, use cases, usability, specification, scope, performance, interviews, integration, documentation, development, consulting, communicate, collaborate, business analysis. These keywords are missing on my CV. I think at this point, we deserve a round of applause for teaching you all these things. Guys, round of applause if you want me to continue. Give me a round of applause, please. I think, don't you guys think so? Don't you think so? I deserve a round of applause for this eye-opening session. All right, fantastic. I love you guys. You guys, this is the reason why we keep doing this, to be honest with you. Okay. So you see, um, in order for you to, we need you to stand out more. And you see, when we boast about those 2,000 numbers, it's not because we are not saying it to, we're saying it to beat our chest that we know exactly what we are doing. Okay. So we've been doing this for a while and we stand out every time, every day in order for you to succeed in your career path within the tech space. So you see, in order for you to apply for a job at the moment, I would say using Job Analytics, you need to get above a 75%, above 75%, ideally 80%. You need to get to that 80% mark. So this guy has Damilola for Bessie, okay? Instead of for Bessie and Ferrancy, it needs to go and work on the CV, his or her CV, okay? To get to that 80% mark for that guaranteed call. He said that, okay, we saw your CV, match our job description, we want to speak to you. That's exactly what we're talking about. So we'll do this for as many. Let's try another role. Let's try another role. Okay? Let's try another. This is another 30% match. Let's try another role entirely. This is a 32% match. This is a 32% match. Let's try cyber security. Let's try a cyber security role and see what it comes up as. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so you see that it works. Okay, so let's say a security analyst role. This is 24%. So if I click on this, go to job analyzer. I go to my extension, job analytics. I click on analyze job description, 24% match. So written, solution, problem, product, so on and so forth. What is missing? Okay. The things that I need to put on my CV to ensure that it stands out. TCP, IP, system log, and security, SaaS, research, operating system, monitoring, IP integration, infrastructure, IaaS, fire, execution, so on and so forth. So all these keywords need to be my CV to get what I'm looking for. You need to achieve an 80% and above. Ideally, once you get to about 75% and above, you have a higher chance of getting a call back. Okay, and even beating the ATS. Okay, we'll talk about ATS in a very brief seconds. Okay, but yeah, we'll do all that in a few minutes. Okay, so that's job analytics. But the next thing is, what experience do I put there? What experience do I put on my CV? So if I'm going to be applying for a job, what experiences should I put on my CV? I have worked as a customer service. I was a teacher before. How do I convert my teaching experience into business analysis experience? That's what we want to do now. In a view, it's like I said, I've made it very easy for you to do. So I provided you with a prompt. All you need to do is copy the prompt. That's all you need to do. Literally, just copy the prompt. Okay, copy the prompt. Copy the prompt. I'm going to copy it now, and I'm going to show you what to do next. So once you copy the prompt, what I want you to do is go to ChatGPT. Okay, where is my ChatGPT now? Where is ChatGPT? Yes, this is you. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go to ChatGPT. Okay. And I'm gonna go to the bottom. I'm gonna paste the what do you call it, the prompt. So as a CV expert, I need you to review, I need you to work with my revised cybersecurity. Let me use business analyst because we started with business analyst already. So I'm going to use business analyst professional summary. So as a CV expert, I need you to work with my revised business analyst professional summary. So you see, ChatGPT has already revised my professional summary. So this is my revised professional summary. I am a seasoned business analyst with 5 years of experience delivering strategic insight and actionable solution across banking, telecommunication, FMCG. So I have told this is the thing that I did for the last 5 years. For the last 5 years, I've worked in banking, telecommunication, and FMCG. So I want my experience to fit into that same bucket. I don't want it to deviate. So you don't want your professional summary to be saying ABC and your professional experience is saying XYZ. Do you understand? So you've already designed your professional summary to say that you are a seasoned business analyst with 5 years of experience delivering insight and actionable solutions across banking, telecommunications, and FMCG. So what you want to do now is, in order for you to build your experience, so what would I do? So you see, developing at least 5 professional experiences. So that 5 is also subjective. You can say 2, you can say 3, you can say 5, you can say 10. But you don't want to use 10 anyways. All right. So sorry, what was that? I'm gonna go back to ChatGPT. Okay, summary in developing at least 5 professional experiences. So I'm going to change this 5. I can say 3 professional experiences with result metrics. So you see, this result metrics very, very important. Very, very important. You need to add it there, and I'll show you what result metrics is when it comes out. Across my experience in the industries, okay, so I'm going to change the industries to the industry that I worked. So I worked in banking. That's based off what we have here. So I worked in banking, to telecommunication, and FMCG. Okay, so I'm going to copy that and I'll paste it here. Okay. All right. So you see, as a CV expert, I need you to work on my revised business analyst professional summary in developing at least 3 professional experiences with result metrics across my experiences in these industries: banking, telecommunications, and telecommunication rather than there's not S there, and FMCG. So what I'll do, I'll click on enter and let's see the experiences it brings out for me. Okay. So you see, this is the beauty of you having a stellar CV. So you've worked as a customer service, you didn't work as a business analyst. But how do I convert my banking experience? So I worked as a customer service in the bank. How do I develop, you know, business analysis experience, instead of customer service? Okay. So you see now, professional experience, you work as a business analyst, XYZ Bank. So you can put in the bank that you worked. If it was Zenith Bank, GT Bank, whatever bank you worked, HSBC Bank, any bank that you work across the world, put it there. You don't need to put the industry, just use the same format that we use here, the company, the location, and the job title. Please, even if you're a customer service representative, please put business analyst, okay? And I'll tell you how you can work around it when we get there, okay? So you put the year that you worked in that particular role, okay? Just leave it the way it is, the way the format is. Please just leave it as is. So you see now they've given you job description. Okay, these are the job description you did in the bank as a business analyst. Led the digital transformation of XYZ Bank loan application process. So this is what you did. So even though you're working in customer service and you recommended some things, oh, some customers call me and they're complaining about their loan application. Oh, it's taking too long. I've been applying for the last 5 years. I've been applying for the last 6 months. I've not gotten a response from the bank, and customers are calling you constantly to give you that feedback. You could recommend, okay, how can we make it faster? Instead of, even though you didn't do anything technical, okay, but you can convert that tiny bit of experience and make it bigger, okay? So let the digital transformation of XYZ bank loan application process, reducing the approval time by 40%. So that is the result metrics. So you see that implementation, that process that you improved, okay, reduced approval time by 40%, okay, which resulted in a 25% increase in customer satisfaction and 15% increase in loan approval rates. Fantastic. You did this. Tell me, if somebody sees this on your CV, would they call you? Full call or no call? If somebody sees this on your CV, would they call you or won't they call you? I want you guys to tell me the truth. So 0 or 1, 1 for call, 0 for no call. So let me see. If you have this on your CV, would you likely get a call or would you likely get a no call? You will get a call, okay? And I would address something in a very few seconds, in a very few minutes. So you see the second one, developed and implemented a predictive analytics model for credit risk assessment, facilitated cross-functional workshop to gather, document business. You don't need to use everything ChatGPT gives you. Some of them might be too out of line for you. So like this particular one, implemented a predictive analytics model. That might be a bit out of line for you as a beginner, okay? Well, you see this next one, facilitated cross-functional workshop to gather and document business requirements for a new online banking platform. That's 100% you can do. All right. Automated monthly financial reporting process using Power BI. I mean, you will learn that in class. You can speak confidently around that. So all these can be done, okay, and be added to your CV. All these can be done and be added to your CV. Okay. So other experiences. Also, you worked in another bank. Maybe you worked in another bank as a teller. Okay. So you could use another experience. This is another set of experience that you can put to your CV. Another business analyst, FMCG. So you work with your mom selling provisions, sugar, milk, and so on. But you are converting that experience into a business analyst experience. So you see, learn the optimization of supply chain process. You didn't do that, but maybe instead of them to bring the product in the evening, okay, of that day, bring it early in the morning so that if demand are depleted, we restocked immediately. But you didn't do anything too advanced. You only told the supplier, the person that is bringing biscuits, bring it early in the morning instead of bringing it in the evening. You optimize the process. That's the supply chain process. Okay. So biscuit, the biscuit that you bring in the evening, bring it in the morning. Basically, that's what you're doing. So let the optimization of the supply chain process, reducing lead times by 20%. That's exactly what you're talking about. Developed and launched a demand forecasting model. Like I said, some of them might be a bit too advanced for you, so you want to just step out of that one. Okay. Conducted a customer segmentation analysis, facilitated the implementation of an ERP system, enterprise resource planning system. So all these things, you can work around it, okay? Now, a lot of people don't have confidence, okay, in selling these things to a potential recruiter. A lot of people don't have confidence in selling this thing. So now this is where I would help you sell yourself better. This is where I will help you. Okay. So take for example, this particular experience, it sounds very interesting. It sounds interesting to you. Led the optimization of the supply chain process, reducing lead times by 20% and cutting logistics costs by 15% through process reengineering and enhanced vendor management. This is you like this experience. It sounds like something that you could have done, okay? But you don't know how to put it together. You don't if somebody asks you, okay, tell me what you did, you really don't know how to you don't know how to say it, you don't know how to explain what you did because you did not do it first of all right? So if you go for an interview and they ask you, oh, let me pick somebody's name, Donald. Donald, you said you led the optimization of the supply chain process. How did you? Can you tell me more about that experience? How do you tell the recruiter what you did? Because you didn't do it, you just copied it from ChatGPT and you put it on your CV, correct? So how do you sell yourself to say that you actually did this particular thing? That's the next thing, correct? Now let me show you what you need to do. All right. So you see, I've created a prompt for you to make it easy for you to do all these things. Very easy for you to do. So I've created the prompt. I'm going to put that on the screen now so you see it first before I talk about it. So you see it here. This is the prompt. So all you need to do is fill the attendance, you get all these prompts, you get everything to get you what you're looking for. So now what you're going to do now is I'm going to go back to ChatGPT, okay? I'm going to paste the prompt in there. So you see, based on the experience below, can you provide a detailed and comprehensive actual work experience in the logistics sector using the STAR technique? Do you guys know what STAR represents? The STAR technique that I have here. Do you know what STAR represents? Does anybody know what STAR represents? Star, star, star. Not Aya star now. Okay. Okay, star. Star means okay, some people don't know. So okay. Star means let me see. I want to write on my screen. Let me write here. Okay. Star is STAR. STAR. So you see, if they ask you a question during an interview, okay, they ask you, okay, like the question I was asking is they say that somebody asks you, "Oh, hello, Donald. Thanks a lot for applying for this particular role. I can see on your CV you have that you led the optimization of the supply chain process, which led to 20%, 15%, blah, blah, blah. How did you do it?" Okay. The best way for you to answer that question is for you to use the STAR technique to answer the question. First of all, you talk about the situation. You talk about the situation. You talk about the task that you perform, you talk about the action, and you talk about results. Okay? You talk about the situation, number one. You talk about the task, number two. You talk about the action, number three. And you talk about the result, which is number four. Those are the four things that you need to talk about: situation, task, action, and result. So now the key question there is because you didn't do this thing, you can't really come up with a very beautiful solution to sell it. You need to come up with a very fantastic situation for you to sell it, okay? To sell that experience. And that's exactly what we want to do now, okay? So you see, based on the experience below, can you provide a detailed, comprehensive, actual work experience in, let's say, do we use logistics? Let's use banking. Okay, is it FMCG? FMCG is actually FMCG, sorry. FMCG sector, FMCG sector, using the STAR technique. So I'm going to copy this experience. I'll copy this experience and I'll put it in the quotation mark, here. So this experience, I don't know what I like it. It sounds very interesting. It sounds very fantastic. I want to put it on my CV, but I've not done it before. Okay, well, I understand it to an extent, but I don't have an actual work experience to back it up. Okay, so what we're trying to do is to create an actual work experience that we can use when interviewing. So once I apply, I click on enter. Okay, I will click on enter. okay, and voila. So now it will come up with a situation, it will come up with the actual task that I took, the action that I took, and the result from that project. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So you see, it starts off with the situation. So Def FMCG Incorporated, Def. So now it could be obviously your mom's business. Okay, you were selling biscuit and sweet and sugar, honey, all that. Okay, so you come up with, let's say it is Tenalytics FMCG. Tenalytics FMCG was facing a significant challenge in its supply chain operations. The lead time, the lead time for product deliveries were consistently longer than expected. Now, it sounds like a story. It sounds like a story that you might likely understand, that you're getting to understand. Okay? The lead time for product deliveries were consistently longer than expected, causing delays that impacted customer satisfaction. Additionally, logistic costs were steadily rising, which was putting pressure on profit margins. As a business analyst, I was tasked with identifying and implementing solutions to optimize the supply chain process, reduce lead times, and cut logistics. I mean, this sounds fantastic. This sounds like something that you could have done in your mom's business, correct? Sounds like something you have done. Your mom, instead of them bringing the biscuit in the morning, they bring it in the night. And because of that, people that come to ask for biscuit during the day, they don't get any demand. So all the money that you should have made that day, you didn't make that day. You didn't make it that day because the people that are supposed to come in the morning are coming in the night. Okay, so the money for that day gone. You can't recover it anymore. So what are you doing? What implementation process did you put in place to ensure that the people that bring biscuit and sweets, they bring it as early as possible so that you can basically that's how you have refined that very mediocre experience into something that is easily sellable to a recruiter. Okay, so the task that you did, my primary responsibility was to analyze the existing supply chain processes, identify inefficiencies, develop a strategy to streamline operations. The goal was to achieve 15% to 20% reduction in lead time and substantial decrease in logistics costs while maintaining, that was the task you wanted to perform. So the action that you took, the things that you did as a business analyst, okay, process mapping and analysis. Number one was the first thing. Stakeholder engagement, vendor management, and it's explaining every single thing to you. All right, it's explaining it. So you see, process mapping analysis. What did you do? Oh, I began by mapping out the entire supply chain process from procurement to final delivery. To identify bottlenecks and areas of inefficiencies, I conducted detailed process analysis, including lead time motion studies to understand where delays were occurring. So you see, it's telling you exactly the actionable steps to do all the things that you need to do. All right. Vendor management, process reengineering, pilot testing and implementation, continuous monitoring and improvement. And at the end of the day, the optimization of the supply chain process, lead time was reduced, logistic costs were cut by 15%, the streamlined process resulted in 10% increase, and so on and so forth. Okay. This project not only met the objective, but also positioned DEF FMCG Incorporated as a more competitive player in the market by enhancing its supply chain, its operational efficiency and customer service. So you see how we have converted something that we did not really do. We worked in FMCG, but what are the things that you would have done in FMCG as a business analyst? You really did not know. You don't know what you could do as an working in FMCG. But now, based off this, we have an experience that we can use, and we have a story that we can tell to back up that experience. Don't you guys think this is fantastic? I think I deserve another double round of applause if you're enjoying yourself, guys. Double round of applause if you are enjoying yourself. So you have no experience. I've given you experience. You don't have a story to back that your experience. I've given you story to back that your experience. Don't you think that's amazing, guys? Fantastic. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Okay. Awesome, 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 awesome. So the last thing I'm going to talk about today, I have last two things I'm going to say. I said I was going to keep it to 1 hour 30 minutes, 2 hours tops, but it's looking like I'm shooting my time now. Okay, so but I'll try my best to finish up in time. Sorry about this. I'm just saying sorry in advance. this is something that, like I said, it took us quite a number of time to shrink it into 1 hour, 30 minutes might be a bit difficult, but I'm trying my best to see how I can provide as much I said keywords. And then she put keywords in my mouth. Okay, I'm trying to create as much value as possible within a very short time frame. Okay, now relevant project and internship. Please, a lot of people think that when you're talking about experience, people think that they need to have gone to work to get experience. So when you're saying that, oh, I don't have experience in something, people think that, oh, you didn't go to work, you didn't carry a school bag, you didn't enter a public transport, you didn't drive to work, to office space to gain that experience. And this is where relevant project and internship project experience comes in play. Now, this is what, like I said, the growth internship program that we offer is one of the major reasons why we have so much success in people transitioning into the tech space, because project-based experience is as valid as life, like you going to the office to get that experience. So you went to office to work on this kind of project. But me, I sat down in my house, I had a project and I worked on that project by myself. You talked about that experience. I talk about that experience. It's the same experience. You worked in the office with an actual client. I worked with another client that is a case study. Okay. But it's the same project, it's the same thing that you did. You designed the process map, I designed the process map. You spoke with your stakeholders. I spoke to stakeholders. So all the things that you did in your work experience, I did it on a project, and I can defend myself with that project. That's exactly what relevant project and internship experience. That's where it comes in. Okay, so um, now I'm just going to show you very briefly some of the project portfolios for some of our students. So this is a data analyst portfolio from Victoria Uchimadu, one of the guys from analytics. Okay, and this you will typically everybody that goes to analytics has a profile like this. Okay, so Victoria Uchimadu data analysis portfolio. You see the projects that they've worked that she has worked on. Okay, so this is a deep care hospital ER visit analysis. So you see the description of the portfolio is also there. This was a project for the hospital emergency room visits to determine the overall performance score and bridge the gap in the ER care. From the analysis, it was discovered that there was delay in patient wait time and patient arrival time. The recommendation given reduced the patient wait time by 50% and increased customer retention by 20%. So you see, that thing that we talked about, the metrics, result metrics that we talked about, you see how it's being implemented in your portfolio. That's exactly what we're talking about. So you see, different case studies, not just one experience, different projects that the person's worked on. Redux Airline, Express Tech Food Delivery Services, Nestle product analysis by Power BI, Power BI, Zenith Electronics analysis using SQL, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is a data analyst project portfolio. You also have that of a business analyst. So everybody has a project portfolio that they will get to build going through the training program. So you see Unilever canteen ordering system. You also have what other projects? Okay, Sunshine Resort. And you see everything. Sunshine Resort, a high-end beachfront hotel management company, aims to improve its customer service by an overall performance. They gather data on bookings, cancellation, and customer preferences and revenue to gain deeper insights. As the analyst, I provided data-driven recommendations to help enhance guest experience, optimize hotel operations, and maximize. So these are project-based experience. So somebody worked with an actual organization going to the office to do this, but you worked on a project, okay? Also, simulating a real life example, real life situation, and you did the same thing. It is 100% valid 1,100%. And that's exactly what you're going to be working on. So different kinds of case study, all the way to that of a data engineer, okay, where you'll be building your own GitHub portfolio, okay, to build your own repository of projects that you've worked on. So you see different repositories, you see financial data ETL, Alpha Vantage ETL, NYC payroll data integration pipeline, and so on and so forth. So you would build your own repository of projects that you work on going through the training program. And that's where it's very relevant, very, very relevant. Okay. And from Analytics, you can claim work experience. Okay, you can claim work experience. So now to wrap it up for today's session, to wrap it up, okay, for CV review and all that, there are certain things I want to talk about. The last thing I'm going to talk about is keywords. Okay, where do keywords appear on your CV? Where should keywords appear on your CV? Now, for this particular one, I'm going to be talking about the applicant tracking system. The applicant tracking system, that is ATS. Now, you see, sometimes you apply for a job, and immediately you apply for that job, you get an instant rejection email. It's not a physical, it wasn't a human being that read your CV and sent your rejection email. It was a system that read your CV and sent you that rejection email. Okay? So earlier, the first thing that we talked about was if human, like a person like myself, scans through the CV 6 to 7 seconds, the system will likely be faster, okay, running through several things. So where should you see, where those keywords that we talked about, those keywords that we talked about, where should they appear on your CV? Those keywords that we talk about, you want to put Power BI, you want to put Excel, you want to put cybersecurity experience, you want to put all those keywords, okay, that you found on Job Analytics. Where should they appear on your CV? Let me show you something. So if let's look for a particular role. Let's go to a job role. Okay. Let's go to a job role. Okay. This is cybersecurity. So this person, they didn't specify the number of years of experience that okay, yes, they specified. So they say by a minimum of 3 years directly related work experience. Okay. All right. This is 3 years experience. These people are looking for someone with 3 years of experience. Now, let's pick one tool. Let's pick one particular tool. Okay. So if you're talking about something around, this is cybersecurity, for example. Okay. So they're talking about ability to maintain and troubleshoot enterprise. I'm looking for like an actual tool. So let's talk about let's pick one particular tool. Let's pick cloud services. Cloud services. That's one technology or one application or one thing that they need you to have experience in. So let me show you what they are looking at. Let me show you what the ATS will do. Let me show you what the ATS will do. How would ATS know that you have 3 years of experience in cloud services? How would the ATS application know that you have 3 years of experience in cloud services? That's what we're looking at. So they said they need 3 years of experience, correct? They need 3 years experience, but they're also looking for quite a number of other things. Okay, so quite a number of other things like what they call it, firewall, wireless, virtualization, cloud services. So I'm picking cloud services. Obviously, I'm just picking some of the things that we have there. So cloud services. How would the ATS application know that you have 3 years of cloud services experience, cloud service experience? Now, let me show you what happens typically for 8 years. Let me show you quickly. And this is where I'm going to wrap it up. Okay. So now let's do this. Let me show you quickly. All right. I'm going to get my pen. So I want you guys to take note of this. This is as important as knowing the keywords. Okay. Now, if we're looking at cloud services, correct? So we're looking at cloud services. Cloud. We're looking at cloud. Now, first, number one, the ATS application. ATS, okay? The ATS application, the first thing it's going to look at is going to look at your core and technical skills. It's going to look at your core and technical skills. And this is where I'm telling you that it is important for anything that you find on you, any core skill or technical skill, please put it to your CV. If, for example, this particular role, they are looking at, wireless, virtualization, cloud services, DNS, DHS, DHCP, and all these things. Find a way to put maybe not everything. Obviously, that will be overcrowded, but ensure that you have a good chunk in there to ensure that you meet up. So first of all, we're looking at cloud services. Okay. So the ATS application is going to look at your core and technical skills and search for cloud services. Okay, but to look for that keyword, cloud services. So now, currently, let's say I put cloud services here. Cloud is here. Cloud is here. Okay. Now, this cloud, the maximum years of experience the maximum years of experience is going to give me in cloud, okay? The maximum years of experience is going to give me in cloud would be 6 months. 6 months. Only 6 months. Maximum. So if I put cloud services here, okay, I put cloud services in my technical skills, only my technical skills. It doesn't appear anywhere else on my CV. It only gives me 6 months of work experience. You see that? So you see, if you say that you are tailoring your CV and you are putting all those technologies in your technical skills, but it doesn't appear anywhere else on your CV. It doesn't what? It only gives you 6 months. It will apportion you just 6 months of work experience. Only 6 months. So even if you have 10 years of experience, because the other thing that the descriptions that you have here, there is no cloud, nothing that mentions cloud. You have only 6 months of experience. It will classify it as 6 months of experience. But now the other thing you need to do is that's where you need to put keywords across your system. And that's why we tell you also, don't use one CV to apply for 20 jobs, 10 jobs. Every application should be unique. Okay. Now, the cloud experience is going to give you, cloud is going to give you 6 months for technical skills and core skills. We've established that. But now the second thing is, if somewhere I put cloud also over here, I put cloud as part of my experience over here. Okay, develop a cloud, something, interactive dashboard, blah, blah, blah. I put cloud in my experience, cloud services, cloud something. All right. Now, ATS, the application tracking software, is going to take up that experience, okay, that cloud, okay, and link it up to the years of experience that you have there, okay, all right, and apportion you cloud the total length of experience that you have in this place. So currently, this is October 2010 to date. That's about 4 years, correct? That is 4 years of experience. Okay. You see what I've done there? So if you have cloud appearing here, it will apportion the years of experience that you have here. If this is another 1 year, if this is 1 year, it will give you 1 year experience. So if you appear cloud again in the next place, it will give you another 1 year. You put cloud again in this one, it will give you another 1 year. Okay, it give you another 1 year. So when you add everything together, so that is 4 years in this situation now. If cloud only appears in this place, that is 4 years plus another 6 months. Okay, so that's 4 years. That's 4 years and 6 months of work experience using cloud. Okay, in this situation, let's take a look at, let's say, Python. So for Python, it will apportion me 6 months of experience for this particular one. Now, because I put Python here again, it will give me another what? 4 years. Okay. If I scroll down again, did I put Python somewhere else in my experience, in this particular experience? Let's say I put Python here again. Okay. I put Python here. Okay. Something Python for machine learning, blah, blah, blah. This one again, it's a portion another what? This is 2005 to 2010. This is another 5 years. Okay. That's cumulative of about 9 years currently. Cumulative of 9 years and 6 months of experience. Do you guys understand what I just said? Do you guys understand this? And that's where your keywords appear also matters significantly. Matters significantly. Do you guys understand what I've said so far? Let me see. Drop a one in the chat if you guys understand what I have said so far. Fantastic. So you see, sometimes you see that you have a very good CV. You would look at it and be like, oh, why am I getting rejections? It's not because of you. It's not you. It's a system that has been designed in a certain way. Okay? Now, if it doesn't suit you, you need to find it. And this is the reason why we're doing this awareness to tell you that these are the small things that you need to change to get what you're looking for. All right. So, that's where I'm going to be drawing the curtains. Not drawing the curtain, but talking about career paths that we need to talk about, okay, in today's session. So, if you've learned certain things about today's session, I want you guys to drop a one in the chat, okay? So we're going to be talking about different career paths, okay? Different career paths, and we specialized on 8 career paths. And I'm not going to take too much time on this, okay? 8 career paths. So if you have a good CV is one thing, having a good career path also is another. Okay, a desired career path to get you what you're looking for is another thing entirely. So you need to understand three things. You need to understand that you need to plug yourself to a role that is high in demand. Is high in demand. Okay, so you go to the job role and you search for it online. You see consistently people are recruiting for those roles. That's exactly what we have done. Okay, I'm not going to take your time discussing all the things that we did and so on and so forth. Okay, we landed these eight career paths based on the fact that it's high in demand. Companies globally are consistently recruiting for this role. And there's something they call the September surge, where a lot of organizations are going to be recruiting. Okay. A lot of organizations from September, October, November. That's the surge during the year, whereby a lot of organizations are going to be recruiting. Not even looking at the surge. On a normal month-on-month basis, these roles, accumulate over 70% of the job roles in the job market. So you have data analysts, you have data scientists, you have data engineering, you have cybersecurity, you have business analysis, financial analytics, you have HR analytics, and you have project manager. These roles, I'll repeat myself, account to over 70% of the roles that are currently in the tech space, that account for over 70% of the roles within the tech space. So, like I said, the high influx of demand. So look at the data. If you learn data analytics, for example, you can work as a data analyst, you can work as a business intelligence analyst, you can work as a marketing analyst, sales analyst, logistics analyst, supply chain analyst, procurement, and so on. So I mean, you're learning one skill, but you have a lot of roles that you could apply to. You see where we're coming from? You have one skill, data analytics is your skill, or you can apply for so many roles within that domain. Same thing with data science. With data science now, you can apply for all the roles in data analytics. If you go through our full stack data science program, you can apply for all the roles in data analytics. Inclusive, you can also apply to data science roles, data scientist, machine learning engineer, forecasting analyst, demand planning, so on and so forth. Something in data engineering, you have another spectrum of roles that you could apply to just learning data engineering. Same thing in cybersecurity. You learn cybersecurity, you can become a cybersecurity analyst, SOC analyst, incident response analyst, penetration tester, so on and so forth. So you need a career path that will guarantee you the ability for you to apply for jobs. Okay? So having a good CV is one thing. Also having a demand for those skill set that you have is another thing that you need to take very seriously. And that's exactly why we landed on this eight career paths that guarantees you, okay, information guarantees you that high influx of demand, high influx of roles that you can apply to, and so on. So we have business analyst and project manager. Okay, for the business analyst, you are going to be learning Excel, Power BI, and SQL. Okay, you see when we did the roles for business analysis, you find out a lot of roles currently, even though it's a business analyst role, they require you to have analytical skills. Okay, they require you to have analytical skills. There's actually a new, not it's not new, but in the last 2 years it became very popular. They call them business data analyst roles. Okay, business data analyst roles. Now, these are roles that are clearly business analysts, but the organizations just want you to have a spice of data analytics. Okay, they want you to have a spice of data analytics. So you see, those are the things that you see we trend within the job market. So we're going to teach you Excel, Power BI, and SQL. That's the first couple of things you're going to learn. Okay, so these are your core data analytics. Okay, you will learn Excel like a data analyst, you'll learn Power BI like a data analyst, and you learn SQL like a data analyst. Now, the other aspect, these are your core BA aspect fundamentals. So process mapping, project and decision planning, agile and scrum for projects, software development lifecycle, requirement fundamentals, elicitation, stakeholder analysis and management. These are core business analyst skill sets. Okay, so you're going to learn data analytics, you're going to learn business analysis, which will give you, when you combine these two skills together, it will give you new roles called business data analyst. It will open up a new domain for you called the business data analyst domain. Okay, now the last but not the least is AI. You're going to be learning AI as a business analyst. All right, so you're in tune with current trends, current technologies, and so on. So you will use tools like Excel, Power BI, SQL, Lucy Charts, Draw.io, Confluence, ChatGPT, and Azure DevOps. So you'll be using all these technologies, implementing, working on projects day to day to get you what you're looking for. All right. So the total length for the business analysis training program is 4 months, 2 months of learning, and 2 months of project internship, intensive, immersive experience in internship. That's exactly what you'll be doing. Okay. So the live classes, you have only live classes on Saturdays. Sorry, I think that's a mix up from my own end. Okay. You have your live classes just on Saturdays. And on Sunday, you have self-paced classes. I'm going to show you the platform in a few seconds and you get to see it for your own self. Okay. So for Sunday, you have what we call self-paced aspect of the training program. Okay, and I'm going to show you very quickly in the next 2 seconds. Okay, so you see for yourself what the platform looks like. Okay, so just give me a second, please, guys. Give me a second, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to be wrapping up in the next 2 minutes, so bear in mind. Okay, all right. So this is the. I'm just going to clear my screen. Okay, so I'm going to show you the platform real quick. That's our 10 analytics platform, the self-paced aspect of the training program. Okay, so I'm going to go to 10 analytics dashboard. So once you register, you get access to the platform where you can get all your materials and everything. Okay. So you have a business analyst. So you see it here. This is the course breakdown that I spoke about. So you're going to start off with learning Excel for data analytics. You move to Power BI for analytics. You move to SQL. And you see everything is project driven. Everything is project driven. You're going to be working on the project and you'll be delivering on that particular project. Okay. So you see this is the self-paced aspect of the training program where you get to learn and build projects at your own pace. Now you also have a live class, and that's exactly what I was talking about. You have your live classes every Saturday, okay, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time for the guys in Nigeria, guys in Africa, the guys in Europe. That time suits you, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time. For the guys in Canada and the US, you have 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for the guys in Canada. And you also have for the guys in Nigeria, UK, Europe, Africa, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African Time. Now, you have the Agile Project Manager training program, which is a bit more inclusive of Agile and Scrum. So you'll go into training program and you'll be learning Scrum Master. You'll be also be learning Agile. Okay. So introduction to project management skills and communication, foundation to Agile and Scrum, understanding the Scrum framework, the Scrum artifacts, advanced Scrum and Agile practices, end-to-end use of Jira and Confluence for Scrum, for projects, Kanban boards, Agile metrics, leadership, Nexting skilled Scrum, and preparation for the PSM examination. So this is what you will learn in the project manager training program. The training program is for 4 months, okay, 3 months of learning and 3 months of projects of 3 months of learning while working on project learning and working on projects, and you have 1 month of immersive project-based experience and you'll be working during the internship. So free of charge, free 1 month internship. Live classes, you have it 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time, and you have it 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. West African time on Sunday. So you have live classes on both Saturday and on Sunday. Okay. Okay, so you have classes both on Saturdays and Sunday, but for business analysis, you have the classes just on Saturday. So for the tools you work with as project manager, you work with tools like Trello, Jira, and Confluence. Okay, those are like the major technologies that you get to work with as a project manager. So moving on to the next one, data analytics, data science, and data engineering. So for data analysts, you're going to learn problem solving. You're going to work with Excel, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, data storytelling, and ChatGPT for analytics. Then last but not the least, Microsoft Fabrics for analytics. So for this, you'll be working with 5 solid technologies. Okay, number 1 is Excel. Number 2, SQL. Number 3, Power BI. Number 4, Tableau. And number 5, Microsoft Fabric. So you'll be working with 5 key technologies to keep you ahead of whatever competition you find yourself. So if you're looking for somebody that has Power BI skills, you have Power BI. You're looking for somebody that has Tableau, you have Tableau. If you're looking for somebody with Tableau, Power BI, and SQL, you have everything. So regardless of any demand that you find yourself, you would be able to get a job as a data analyst, learning everything. So the total length for this is for 4 months, 3 months of learning and 1 month of internship. You have your live classes just on Saturdays, okay? Live classes just on Saturdays, just like the business analyst. So you have the morning session tailored for the guys in Europe, that's in UK, and also Nigeria, Africa, Ghana, and the rest of the world. Okay, so 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time. So if you're in Nigeria, you're in Ghana, you're anywhere in Africa, UK, anywhere in Europe, you go for the morning session, which is 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time. And also for the guys in Canada and the US, you have the time 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is going to be the evening for the guys in Africa and Europe. Okay. On Sunday, you have self-paced materials, just like the business analyst where I showed you earlier. Okay. You have also that of the data analyst, okay, where you'll be working on different projects, self-paced projects to get you what you are looking for. So I'm going to show you that of the data analyst real quick. So you see the data analyst, you have your course introduction, Microsoft Excel, Excel for data analytics, dashboarding using Excel, getting started with Power BI, dashboard in Power BI service, so on and so forth. So that's the learning process for the data analytics training program. Now, the data science training program, which is a tad bit a step further from the data analyst. Okay. So you see earlier I talked about the data science training program prepares you to apply for both data analyst and data science. So I'll tell you what makes them very different, okay, in a few seconds. Now, you have statistics, you're going to learn statistics, you're going to go through Excel like the data analyst. But now, what makes it different is the predictive analytics aspect. So, the data analyst would not be able to do predictions, to do forecasts, to be able to predict into the future. So the data analyst will focus majorly on building dashboard, okay, building reports and so on. But the data scientist on the flip end would be able to do the reports and also go a step further to do what you call prediction or forecasting to the future. Like this is what will likely happen in the future. So you're also going to work with Tableau. You're going to work with SQL. You learn programming, which is Python programming, exploratory data analysis, machine learning, computer vision, GitHub for version control, ChatGPT for coding, and Microsoft Fabrics. So in this situation, also you get to work with how many technologies? 1, 2, 3, 4, and also 5 key technologies. The key difference here is Power BI. You'll be learning Power BI inside of Microsoft Fabrics. Okay. You'll be learning Power BI inside of Microsoft Fabrics. Okay. So now you'll be learning Excel just like the data analyst and also going one step further to do predictive analytics. You'll be learning Tableau like the data analyst, but you're going one step further to do predictive analytics. You'll be learning Python, which is a programming language, which allows you to do machine learning, statistical modeling, computer vision, natural language processing, and so on and so forth. So basically, this is what you'll be doing for the data science training program. Okay. Now, like I said, the key difference between the two of them is the Python and machine learning aspects. Okay. So the data analyst will not cover the Python, machine learning, and so on. So if you want to go ahead to learn programming and you feel energized to do that, then the data science training program will be tailored towards you. Data engineering on the flip end, introduction to data engineering, SQL, Python. These are like the two major technologies that you need to learn. Okay, two major technologies. You'll also be getting to learn Linux. You'll be building custom ETL pipelines, working with databases, APIs, web scraping, etc. You'll be also working with Apache Spark, Apache Airflow, AWS Cloud Engineering. You also be working with projects in GCP and also Azure. Okay, so you'll be working across all 3 cloud platforms for the data engineering training program. So you're working in AWS, GCP, that's Google Cloud Platform, and also Azure. So you'll be working, you would gain experience. So you can apply for jobs in AWS Cloud Engineering, GCP Cloud Engineering, and also Azure Cloud Engineering. So you would gain those experiences across all the cloud platform. You'll also be getting to work with version control using GitHub, and also ChatGPT is something you'll be working with. All right. The training program for data engineering is for 5 months, 5 months of learning experience, 3 months of learning, in-class learning. While you're learning, you're also working on projects. You also get to work on 2 months internship, 2 months immersive internship experience is what you'll be getting. So your live classes is on Saturdays, only on Saturdays also, but the time is a bit different. So it's from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. West African time. That's if you're in Nigeria, you're in Africa, Ghana, anywhere in Africa, really. Okay, that's 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. West African time. Also, that time applies for the guys in Europe and also in the UK. Now, for the guys if you're in Canada or the US, it is 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time for data engineering. So for technologies you're going to work with, for power, like I said, for Excel, for data analytics is Excel, SQL, Tableau, Power BI, Microsoft Fabric, and ChatGPT. For data science, you get to work with statistics, SQL, Excel, Tableau, Python, Microsoft Fabrics, GitHub Copilot, ChatGPT. And for data engineering, Python, SQL, Linux, Draw.io, ChatGPT, AWS, GCP, Azure, GitHub, Apache Spark, Apache Airflow, and so on and so forth. Okay, so these are the key technologies that you get to work with and the learning experience for each of these career paths. Moving on to the next thing that we have there. Okay, HR analytics and financial analytics. So the financial analytics is very different from the data analytics training program, and I will show you that in a few seconds. Okay, so you have this. So you will learn also, you see the first key parts that you have there are that of the role of a data analyst. So you see you have problem solving, Excel, Power BI, and SQL. Those are the key functions of a data analyst. But now what makes this very different is the other aspect, the other learning areas. Okay. So you have financial accounting fundamentals, financial analysis, financial modeling, valuation, and scenario sensitivity analysis. So this is the financial aspect of it. So now what makes you very different from the data analyst is your ability to use data analytics in finance. Okay, the ability of you to use data analytics in finance. So, and that's what we call them financial analysts. So it opens up another domain for you. So if you are interested in working with a financial institutions, working as a banker, working not just in the bank, but also within the commercial, the financial aspect of any business, then financial analytics is tailored for you. All right. The training program is for 4 months, 3 months of learning, and 1 month of immersive internship experience. So you have your live classes just on Saturdays, just like every other training program. The live classes for the EU, UK, Africa, that's Europe, UK, Africa, Nigeria, across, that is 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time. And the evening session is 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for the guys in Canada and the US. HR analytics, also the same thing, like I said, is a data analyst, but focus on HR. So you'll be learning data analytics, HR, problem solving, Excel, Power BI, and SQL. These are core data analytics skills. But now the other thing that makes this different from the data analyst training program is you've been laser focused on HR analytics. So you'll be learning HR analytics and performance evaluation, HR metrics and life cycle, HR analysis and dashboarding, collaboration and report automation. All these are key HR functions. So this will open another domain for you in HR. So you're looking at HR analysts, you're looking at people analysts, talent analysts, performance analysts, benefit analysts, reward analysts. There's so many other roles within HR that you can actually apply to, leveraging the skills in data analytics. So that's exactly what the data HR analytics training program is all about. Okay, it's for 4 months, 3 months of learning, and 1 month of internship. So you have the live classes just on on Saturdays, just like the dates, just like the financial analyst training program and so on. Okay, so you have the classes in 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time. And for the guys in Canada and the US, it is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So last but not the least for today's session is the cybersecurity training program. Okay, cybersecurity training program. A slide. All right. You have the cybersecurity training program. Now, this is a robust platform. This is a robust training program to get you started in cybersecurity. So you're going to learn introduction to cybersecurity. You'll learn computing and networking. You also get to learn information security principles, offensive and defensive cybersecurity, cryptography, cyber threat and attack vectors, network security, endpoint security, web and application security, cloud security, incident response and forensic, cybersecurity policies and compliance. Combined together opens a whole huge domain of cybersecurity roles that you can actually apply to. So the training program is for 4 months, 3 months of learning, and 1 month of immersive internship experience working with analytics. All right, live classes, you have it 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. West African time. So if you're in the US, you're in the UK, you're in Canada, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. West African time. That's likely going to be around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Okay. And on Sunday, you have project-based experience, self-based learning, project-based experience within every weekend. So technologies you're going to work with, you're going to work with Wireshark, Splunk, Cisco Packet Tracer for networking, Microsoft Defender, Burp Suite, IP Info, Zap, VMware, Metasploit, UE's domain, Kali Linux, WebCheck, so on and so forth. Quite very elaborate, detailed program in cybersecurity. Best of its kind, first of its kind to get you started in any of the career path that you're looking for. Okay, so that's exactly so I'm looking at this now. Which of these career paths are you interested in getting into? Let me see. Let me see. Which of the career paths are you interested in getting started in? We can go, let's quickly call it a day. Okay. Let's quickly call it a day. Okay. Which of them? Let's just see. Drop it in the chat. DE, DA, DS, CS. Which career path are you interested in? Please, guys. I want to see it in the chat. Okay. Okay. All right, DS, DA, cybersecurity, DA, 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 DA. All right, fantastic. I love this. I love you guys so much. All right, thank you so much for such a wonderful time. My head is full. You're just too detailed. All right. Thank you very much. That's our walk. Anyways, let me just walk you through a typical life cycle. If you start with analytics, why we are the best and why you need to be with us. So if you're starting fresh, you identify the career path that you want to get into. Okay, let me walk you through what your learning process is going to look like. So first of all, you learn the skills. Okay, you're going to learn the skills, and that's a combination of life, self-paced classes. So that's what I showed you earlier. Okay, things that you can learn you can learn at your own pace. So these are self-paced materials. So you see that you have everything provided for you in there. Okay, self-paced, practical, hands-on materials to get you what you're looking for. So you see everything detailed in there to get you the learning experience that you need. So that's what we mean by self-paced material for you to learn at your own pace. You also have live classes, okay? And the live classes are all project based. All our live classes are project driven. I'm going to take you another, I'm going to show you that in a few seconds. So I'm just going to show you very quickly because I don't want to take your time anymore. Okay, I'm going to show you that very, very quickly. So I'm just going to show you one of our classes. Let's use data analytics. But bear in mind that all our live classes for all the programs that I spoke about today, all the live classes are project driven. I can't show you the class because we don't have enough time anymore. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this real quick. Okay, so I'm going to show you the first class, week 1, problem solving. Okay, week 2, Microsoft Excel. So let's take a look at the class material. And I'm going to show you this. These are the guys that started in August. Okay, so you see here, August 9, they started August 9. Their first class was August 9, the night of August, this month. Okay, so let's see what they did in their first Excel class. So you see case studies. You have been appointed to work with a newly appointed store manager as an analyst in a multinational spare part company. You are required to provide a weekly report, blah, blah, blah. This is the first case. You have another case, case 2, case studies. You just got employed as a data analyst in a business unit for a conglomerate. You have been provided with a list of food items and their prices. Okay, that's case two. Case three, as the procurement manager in an oil and gas company, weekly you provide report on the list of vendors sourced and the items purchased from these vendors. So this is case three. Again, you have another business case that you need to work on. So you see, this is case study driven. So if you're going to be meeting with, if you're doing an interview, for example, and they ask you questions around data analytics, tell me about your experience. Now, in this experience, you've worked in procurement as a data analyst. You've worked in an FMCG conglomerate. You also worked in a spare parts automobile industry. So looking at this now, you have three different domains or three different experiences in just one life class that you can use as your own personal life experience. Okay, so that's what we mean by life classes. So all our life classes are recorded. So you see class recorded, all the live classes are recorded. Every single live class is recorded and you get access, lifetime access.
Lola.
Okay. You
I
have
don't think
you have lifetime access to the materials, to the recording, to the live platform, to all the platform, all the materials. You have lifetime access to everything. Okay. So you go through, you learn the skills from the self-paced classes to the instructor-led classes. You move on to gaining project-based experience, building your own portfolio of projects that you've worked on. That I showed you that earlier. Okay. Moving on from there, we help you with your CV. What we did today. All right. You will do it, and we help you review and iterate till you get the perfect CV that you're looking for. Okay. So we help you with CV review and revamp. LinkedIn optimization would help you with your LinkedIn, okay, profile everything, get you the best LinkedIn profile out there, okay. And we usually say one thing: the more eyeballs that your profile sees gets to, the more your opportunities. The more eyeballs that gets to your profile. So your LinkedIn profile is a web-based application, is web-based. So the more people that come to your profile, the more the opportunities you're likely going to get. So that's exactly what LinkedIn optimization does for you. Navigating the job market. Where do you apply for jobs? Where do you apply for jobs? Where do you get these opportunities? All right. I want to get a remote job. Where do you apply for jobs? You want to get a job that pays well. Where do you apply? Okay. So navigating the job market. You'll find out that quite a number of people in Canada, for example, I use Canada for example because a lot of people don't know where they can apply for jobs. There are two major platforms people will tell you, LinkedIn and Indeed. But do you know there are more other places you can apply for jobs in Canada, also in the US, where to apply for sponsored jobs and so on and so forth. There are other places you can explore. And those are the things I will show you. Also in the UK, you have contract jobs, you have full-time jobs, you have sponsored jobs. How do you navigate to get the exact job function that you're looking for? So, these opportunities are there, okay, but you just don't know that they exist. That's exactly where navigating the job market comes in. Interview preparation, fantastic. You've never interviewed as a cybersecurity analyst or a business analyst or a data analyst. How did you know how to answer questions? That's exactly where we come in to prepare you for interviews. Now, let me tell you one thing that is very simple. If you have a good CV, you have a good LinkedIn profile, you're going to get called. You are going to get called. And that's why we guarantee interviews. We guarantee you interviews because we know that it works. Okay? Have a good CV. I'm repeating myself now. You have a good CV, you have a good LinkedIn profile, you know how to navigate the job market, meaning you know where to apply for jobs, the jobs you could apply to, and so on. You are going to get interviews. It is guaranteed if you go through it analytics. Okay. Now, once you get those interviews, who prepares you for those interviews to ensure that you can convert them from interviews to full-time opportunities? That's where we come in to train you, to get you. This is not even classes anymore. This is additional benefit from you going through it analytics. Last but not the we have job reference letter. So you see, if you are currently in Canada, the US, the UK, anywhere in the world, leverage the analytics as your current employer. So if you're currently saying you're working in a warehouse in Canada, just like the person I was talking about a couple of hours ago, okay? If you're working in a warehouse, don't put warehouse operative on your, don't put customer service, don't put any role that is not related to the role that you're applying to. Please and please don't put those things on your CV. And that's the reason why we offer reference letter, because if you're going through the training program, learning and everything, you can claim work experience from 10 Analytics. to say that I am currently a business analyst with analytics. I am a data engineer with analytics. I am a cybersecurity analyst with analytics. I'm a data analyst, data scientist with analytics. We will provide you with recommendation letter, reference letter. If you apply for the job and they call you, we provide you with recommendation letter. Okay? So those are the things that we do. Once you even get the job, and some people still feel not so confident in themselves, we provide you with on-the-job support. So that training, that support that you need to figure out your steps in that job will provide you with support on the job. Okay, once you've gotten the job. So you see, you really don't have much to do than get started. Like literally, the only thing that you need to do is start. We're going to teach you the skills. We're going to teach you the skills. We're going to give you projects to work on, okay, that you will use as your own personal experience. We're going to do your CV for you. We're going to do your LinkedIn for you. We're going to show you how to navigate the job market. We're going to prepare you for interviews. We're going to do a reference letter. We're going when you get the job, we'll still support you on the job. So literally, the only thing that you need is dedication and start. Start. That's the only thing that we're looking at. We also offer networking and mentorship sessions, just like what we did today. Okay. So where we bring in people that have gone through analytics, I'm going to show you very, very quickly. People that have gone through analytics that have gotten a job, they come back to come and mentor you. Okay. Because that's the best way for you. That's the best motivation. And it has worked tremendously for the people that are going through analytics. So you see, we have those guys that have gotten jobs in analytics come back to come and help you, show you how to navigate the job market, how to negotiate a salary, how they got a good opportunity, where to apply for jobs, and so on. So let me just quickly show you. So you have mentorship programs. For all the programs that you have there, you can quickly see each one of them there. So you see videos, you have interview preparation sessions, you have interview preparation sessions. These are sessions that will help you prepare for an interview. Take for example, this is one how I was able to ace my interview. How I was able to ace my interview. This is Muhyiddin, one of our participants that got a job, coming in to talk about how he was able to ace the interview and got the job. Okay. And that's exactly where you'll be learning. So we have this portal where you'll be doing this. You'll still be having live sessions where you'll be talking to these people in a live session. All right. Once you're finished, once you go through this, you get a job. It's as simple as ABC. It's as simple as ABC. So without wasting too much time, that's where I'm going to join the content for today. We have quite a number of testimonials that I'll be sharing with you in the next couple of minutes, but this is where we're going to join the curtain for today's session. My slides have closed up on me. Okay, so if you had a wonderful time today, please, I want you to drop a 1 in the chat, guys. If you've had a wonderful time in today's session, I want you to drop a 1 in the chat. Let me see. All right. Thank you very much. I've had a wonderful time myself. I would like to you. I have had a splendid time in today's session. I've had a splendid time, and I'm pretty sure you guys have learned 1 or 2 things that you're going to be implementing in the next couple of weeks, even immediately. Okay. So you would also I would like to see what you guys would do. I want you guys to go on LinkedIn, and also once you create your CV and the house looks very good, please, I want you to drop a comment on LinkedIn. I would like to see it. Okay. So during our session, we have a cohort starting next month. We have a cohort starting next month, the 7th of September, 2024. We have a cohort starting next month, the 7th of September, 2024. So you need to be a part of this 100%. So now we are running a last mile discount. Like I said, I have a discount tailored just for you. Okay, the session is tailored just for you. The discount is tailored for you. So we have a 20% discount, 20% discount. Now, this 20% discount allows you to pay in 2 installments. So now, if you're interested in business analysis, data analytics, data science, data engineering, cybersecurity, HR analytics, financial analytics, or agile project manager training program, instead of paying the full amount, we are offering a 20% discount for the first 20 people. I would say last 20 people actually now, because the training program is starting next week, Saturday. Okay. So if you're looking to start it next month, start working on it, be part of the people that will get jobs before the end of the year. you need to start now. You need to start this month. So now this discount is available for only the first 20 people to register after the call. Only the first 20 people. Literally, we have about 128 people on the call. So if you want to part of the 20 people, you need to secure your space now. So the discount essentially, gives you a discount. So you have a 20% discount. So rather than you paying $750, okay, you can pay, sorry, instead of you paying $750, you can pay $600. Instead of you paying £625, you can pay £500. Instead of you paying 730 euros, you could actually pay 580 euros. And instead of you paying 1,125 Canadian dollars, you could actually pay $900 Canadian dollars. Now, the beauty of this is not just the discount. The discount allows you to pay in two installments, So for this, if you're interested in this now, you want to pay in dollars, for example, all you need to pay now to secure your discount is $400. For you guys in the UK, it is £350 to secure a discount. In order for you to pay in euros, it is 400 euros, and in Canadian dollars, it is 600 Canadian dollars. So all you need to do now is to secure this discount is to pay the first installment. Now, the second installment comes 1 month into the training program. 1 month into the training program. Don't you think that's fantastic? So it's as flexible as possible. All you need to do now, once the first 20 people have paid, whatever money it is, the discount is totally off. So all you need to do now to secure your space is to pay the first installment, either $400 if you're in the US or £350 if you're in the UK. If you're anywhere in Europe, it's 400 euros, and if you're in Canada, it is 600 Canadian dollars. Okay, so that's basically what you need to have in order for you to get what you're looking for. All right. If you have any question, I would like to take some questions in the chat before we call it a day. You can drop questions in the chat. Somebody's asking about the resources. All the resources will be shared with you. We'll share with you before the end of the, once you fill the attendance, you will get all the resources that we use in today's session. So without wasting too much time, I think this is where I don't want to take too much time anymore. All right, but a lot of people are asking questions about how to make payment, okay? How to make payment. So I'll quickly run through that in like 5-10 minutes. So once you see my colleagues are dropping the links in the chat. So it's a main stack link, main stack, okay? Main stack link. So all you need to do is click on the link, and it's going to open up in your browser, okay? It's called the Analytics Enrollment Center, okay? Analytics Enrollment Center. So in order for you to do that, or once you click on the link, all you need to do, you could do a direct transfer. So if you want to do a transfer, you want to send money from your account to Analytics account. We have the Canadian Interact over there for you to send money via your Interact. You have the pound account, you have the euro account, you have the USD account, and you have the Naira account. So you could send money directly to any of these accounts. That's a direct, you're sending money directly to the account. So the only thing you need to do afterwards is take a screenshot of the transaction, okay? So if you're doing a transfer via your bank or whatever application you're using, okay, all you need to do is the transaction receipt, you need a screenshot. So once you take a screenshot, come back to the platform and upload your receipts. Please ensure you upload your receipts. Please ensure you upload your receipts. All you need to do is send the transfer, and once you're done, upload your receipts on the platform. Okay. Lastly, you could also pay via your card, an online payment, via your card or online payment. So you come here, you click on data analytics, business analysis, select any one of them, any career paths. Let's take business analysis, for example. You click on that, it will open up this. So you can see this is £500, which is the total discounted amount. So £500 is the total discounted amount. So obviously, in order for you to register now, you need to pay only £350. Okay, for you to get started, you only need £350. So what we're going to do now is change this to £350 and go ahead to make your payments. So rather than you paying the full £500, okay, rather than you paying the £500 in full, all you need to pay is 350. And that's the same thing for any other person anywhere. So if you're looking at, if you're in Canada, for example, okay, if you're in Canada, okay, Canada, okay, so it's 900 Canadian dollars, but you don't need to pay the all 900 at first. You only need to pay 600 Canadian dollars. So all you need to do is change the 900 to 600 Canadian dollars, and then you can proceed to pay. Once you've completed your payment, also please ensure you you come here to upload your receipt. You come here to upload your receipt. You can't do a screenshot on the bank app here. Can I share the receipt PDF? Oh, on the platform. Yes, you could take the receipts. So the transaction receipt is fine. So it could be from our bank app, it could be from your email. Just take a receipt transaction, okay, and upload. So all you need to do is come here on the same link that I'll put the link in the chat now again. Okay, all you need to do is you click on the link, all the information is there. Upload your receipt is there. If you want to do a direct transfer, okay, do the direct transfer. And once it is completed, take a screenshot and upload your receipt here. If you're doing if you're doing a card or online payment, once you're done with your receipt, an email will be sent to you anyways. Take a screenshot of that email receipt and upload it. You say upload receipt here, upload the receipt over here. So that's it. So the discount is only available for the first 20 people. Okay, so if you're looking to get it started, it's only available for the last 20 people. The training program is starting next week. Typically, when we have these sessions, by Monday maximum, all the slots are gone. Okay, so you want to take advantage of this as soon as possible, please. So we have a lot of people that reach out to say, oh, if a man I was in your session, this, I was waiting for Monday for, you need to lock in your discount as soon as possible. Okay. For next week, we'll be having, I know a lot of people will still be having a lot of questions. We'll be having a lot of questions. Oh, if you're MENA, I'm in the UK, how can I do this? How can I do that? Oh, I'm in Canada, I want to get into business analysis or this. I'm confused on which career path to go into. We're going to be having a clarity session Monday and Tuesday next week. So bear in mind that, if you have any question, please, we'll be answering all your questions. Okay. This kind of live sessions is very difficult for us to answer questions. Train, educate, and also answer questions might be very, very difficult to attain. So what we're going to do is just going to be very, very simple, straight to the point where we answer your questions directly. So if you want to register for the clarity session, please take a look out for your email. Okay, whenever you receive an email from us, we should have those communication needed. So take a look at those emails and register for those clarity sessions. Okay. So on the last note, yeah, to call it a day, I usually like to wrap up with testimonials because what's the essence of all these things that we spoke about without people that have gone through analytics and have gone on to getting a job? Okay, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so and that's why I like to talk about some of the people that have gone on from analytics. We have Abigail. Abigail was a care worker in Canada and currently got a job as a business analyst. Transition from care work to business analysis. How did she do this? How did she work on the CV? How did she work on the LinkedIn? How did she package herself to get on that job? That's exactly what we're going to be doing for you too. Same thing with Oluwatosin. So I'll show you Oluwatosin's profile very quickly. And that's because a lot of people that are looking to get it started have no prior experience. So you see now, Tosin, no, you can see this currently works as a senior fraud detection invigilator. And this is recently, just started this month, August 2024. Okay. And you can see with analytics, it worked as a freelancer, August 2023, and it still puts it there to present. Okay. Working as a data analyst, no prior experience, nothing at all, but was able to land his first job after analytics as a fraud analyst. So you see it here, he landed the job, he started in August, he got a job in October 2023. Okay, and I was able to get this job. I was able to transition from, coming from a plain background, nothing, and I was able to get a job as a fraud analyst. And currently has moved to a senior fraud detection invigilator for another company in the UK. And that's the same thing with every other person that you see there. So you see Ramat also was able to get a job as a business analyst, coming with no prior experience. And these people's profiles are there. You can chat them up, you can send them messages, and get them, get them to do it. So you see, she worked as a business analyst. Okay, she left Nigeria as a business development analyst. Okay, so moved on. That's part of the packaging. Moved on to working at. This is where you need analytics to stand in for you, work reference, recommendation letters, and so on. So provide all those things with her. She moved on. You see, customer resolution agent. That's what she was doing in the UK before she actually went through to analytics and got a job as a business architect, working with the NHS Foundation. And that's Ramat's story. And we have a ton of other people like that. Tammy also the same thing. Abdurrashid is based in Nigeria, but works for a company based in the US. Um, chemical engineer turned data engineer. This is Joel. And you see, all these people's profiles are there for you to look at it that, if these people can do it, I can also do it. So he was working as an engineer, okay, process engineer, quality control intern, process engineer. That's what he has been doing. Went through the training program and now currently works as a data engineer for a company working fully remotely. Okay, Vivian, the same thing, landed an offer, got a job, a few months later, got another better offer to what she was offering before. She moved the role again. Oluwadamilare did also the same thing, got a job as a sustainability analyst. Ikma got a job as a data analyst working with a tech firm in the UK. And we have a ton of other people that are getting jobs in Canada, in the US, in the UK. And literally, that is testament to what we do. That's our job, literally day and night. That's what we focus on to see how we can get more Africans into the tech space. So testimonials upon testimonials upon testimonials, all this will be shared with you, in which you can take out time to watch what these people have to say. Better still, even pending the time you get it, pending the time you get the what do you call it, the materials and everything. Okay, you can go on YouTube. Okay, go search for Analytics on YouTube. Okay, literally just go to YouTube, search Analytics. You'll see a bunch of all our other sessions in there. Okay, what I want you to do is go to playlist. Okay, and you'll see testimonials. You'll see testimonials. How people telling you how
Hi
they were able to
everyone.
get the job. So you see, this is I can't remember his name now. He was able to get a job as a financial analyst. Okay, working for a fintech company. Okay, you see this.
Hi everyone.
These are different people. Okay, there's another
Hi
lady,
everyone, my name is Bukola.
Bukola. This is Bukola. She got a job as a people data scientist in Poland. She's based in Poland. Was able to get a job in Poland. And you see, these are people like yourself that have gone, that have gone from no background in tech to getting their first job in tech. So you see the testimonials are there. You can go there and look at as many as you want. You see them. There are plenty. These are all Africans based in UK, US, Canada that have gone on to be successful in their own career path. You can also be part of them. That's the interesting thing. That's why we're having this conversation today. You can also be a part of these people. We also want to share. Some people don't want to share their details, their name, and all those things, which is fine. We totally understand it. Okay. But the people that are willing to share, is the reason why you get convinced in order for you to start also. And that's why we employ people to, share your testimonials, share with people. So what we've done also, we've had sessions where we bring these people to come and speak. So we have so many people. We have so many people who have gotten jobs that we split them. We have testimonials, we have written testimonials, we have video. We bring them in, come and talk. So you find out that these guys are not the people that have been sharing with you are not the same people that are here. These are another set of people entirely. Okay, that have gone through analytics, have gotten jobs and so on. So you see, when we say people we have proof of the work that we've done. We have proof. So what are you waiting for? Get started on the training program on the 7th of September 2024. If you want to start in October, it's fine. All right, you can secure your discount now and start in October. If you want to start in December, it's fine. Okay, the key thing is secure your discount now. Secure your discount now. The discount is only, I'll reiterate, only available for the first 20 people to register. So thank you very much. I had a wonderful time, and I'm pretty sure you had a wonderful time. This is 10:48, almost 11 p.m. West African time. Thank you very much for staying to the very end. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. I want to hear you guys. If you had a wonderful time, can I hear you say, yeah, yeah? I'm gonna allow you to mute yourself. I want to hear some people's voices. I've been speaking all day. Okay, if you had a wonderful time, can you say, yeah, yeah?
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
ooh, let's go. Let's go.
Eh,
Let's go.
you're becoming a pastor.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta come in the pastor. Why am I? First come
Very,
out. We
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, let's go. I love that. I love you guys. You
very
guys are
good.
awesome. You guys
Yeah.
have made
Yeah.
you the excitement is what gets us, to do this every single time. Okay. So thank you very much. And this is where we're gonna draw the curtain. Okay. And if you have any questions, please bear in mind we're going to be having a clarity session this weekend. Next week, Monday, Tuesday, next week. So look out for your email if you want to speak with me personally, you want to speak with Adeza, you want to speak with any member of the team, you just want to ask question, please feel free to reach out to us at any point in time. So thank you very much. My name remains Ifemena, and have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Good night and good evening, depending on your time zone. Bye for now.